Oh no! Why are those two men being attacked by a strange pack of wolves? It looks like they are trying their best, but they cannot defeat them. What will happen next? Let's find out in today's story with WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there lived a clever prince named Conroy. Because the queen, his mother, had passed away when giving birth to him, the king remarried another woman. But no one knew that she was a witch who had the ability of controlling the wolf. 1 year later, the queen gave birth to a prince named Blade. Although they didn't have the same mother, the two princes still loved each other and grew up together. But their characters were a bit different. Conroy was clever and good at every aspect. And about Blade, he just wanted to study about the flowers and the plants. He also didn't care about the power in the royal palace. The queen was afraid that the king would let Conroy to take the throne. She came up with a plan to harm him. In the annual hunting trip of the royal family, she summoned a pack of wolves to attack everyone. In the chaos, she sneakily pushed Conroy out of the protection of the guards, making him slip, roll out of the hill, and get lost. The king ordered his guards to find the prince by all means, but they could find him nowhere. The king had to conclude that the prince had passed away because of the ferocious wolf pack, although it was really hurtful. 1 year later, the annual hunting trip of the royal family was held once again. Blade also attended this trip. But he wasn't interested in hunting, so he decided to detach from the convoy to go sightseeing. Suddenly, there was a strange noise from the bush, making the horse startled and knocked him to the ground. His feet was injured, so he could only sit there and wait for someone come to help.
Anyone here? Please, help me!
Waiting for a while, finally there was someone who could hear his call for help.
Conroy! Is that you, Conroy? You're still alive! I thought that... Thank God! Why don't you return to our palace? Father and everyone are missing you so much!
I can't go back there at this time.
Why? It's... Ouch! You're home!
If I say that the queen relates to my accident, will you believe it?
My mom? But... why?
Maybe she was afraid that I would take her throne.
But I have never thought about that throne.
I have also never thought about that. But your mother is different.
Huh?
It's alright. Your feet just had a mild sprain. Maybe they're looking for you. They'll get here soon.
But wait for a second, Conroy.
After returning to the palace, Blade immediately went to find his mother to make everything clear.
Mom, I have to ask you one thing.
Why don't you get some rest? We can talk tomorrow.
I've just met Conroy. Are you anything related to the attack of the wolf on the hunting trip last year?
What are you talking about?
That time, you are determined not to let me attend. Moreover, on that day, I saw you were talking to a wolf behind the garden.
I just love you too much. I have been doing all of this for your own good.
Conroy have never wanted to take anything away from me. I hope from now on, you will leave him alone.
That's okay, my dear. I promise you. Now just go to have some rest. However, Blade didn't know that the conversation would incidentally put Conroy in a great danger once again. That night, when Conroy and the hunter were sleeping, suddenly they heard the loud howl of the wolves everywhere. After that, plenty of black wolves appeared and attacked them. They tried to fight back, but the two couldn't defeat that pack, not even a single wolf.
There was a strange orb on each wolf's head. Just try to break it.
Listening to the hunter, they focused on breaking the orb on the wolf's head. Indeed, when the orbs were broken, the wolf stopped attacking them. The day after, there was a rumor from the royal palace that the king had been seriously ill and he couldn't rule the kingdom anymore. So he had given the throne to Prince Blade.
My father is ill? When I met Blade last time, he said nothing about his illness. He can't be sick that fast.
Maybe the queen was afraid that you would come back and take the throne, so she had to get Blade into that position as soon as possible.
I don't care about the throne, as long as the people can live in peace. Blade is a good person. I believe that he will do the right thing.
I'm afraid that Blade is just a puppet in the queen's hand. You need to stop her. If you don't do it, not only you, but also the people in this kingdom can never live in peace.
Alright, I won't stay out of this anymore.
On Blade's coronation day, the hunter brought a beautiful coat made from wolf skin to the palace as a tribute for the new king. After checking for a while, the gatekeepers allowed him to enter the palace with no doubts. Waiting for the hunter's turn to offer the tribute, Conroy suddenly appeared from the trunks. With the witness of everyone, Conroy quickly exposed the wicked queen. How rude! You dare to slander the royal family? Prince Conroy passed away so many years ago. You're just a faker, and you want to harm me? It's not that easy. People, put him into dark dungeon.
Stop! That guy is really Prince Conroy. With my honor, I assure you that what Conroy said is the truth.
Blade, what are you doing?
Stop it, Mom! Don't harm innocent people anymore.
I'm doing everything for your own good.
You always say that you do it for me, but you never ask me what I wanted. This throne is not the thing I need. I have been obedient since I was a kid, but today I cannot do it anymore. I cannot let you make more mistakes. Please, give me the right to decide my own life.
Blade, you are so weak. What I have built, by all means, I will never let it be ruined. Then she immediately used dark magic to summon ferocious wolves. They appeared from everywhere to attack people aggressively.
Hit the orbs on their head!
Listening to him, people could defeat the wolves. However, there were too many of them. Not long after, everyone was all exhausted. While being protected, Blade could see everything. He realized that all the power of his mother came from the scepter she was holding on her hand. He suddenly rushed there to take the scepter from her hand. Blade, what are you doing? No, Blade, you are not allowed to break it! Despite what the queen had said, Blade still decisively broke the scepter into pieces. The pack of wolves immediately fell down. No!
People, Put her into the dark dungeon!
Blade, are you alright?
I'm okay. I should have discouraged my mom sooner. She had made so many mistakes.
It's not your fault. You did a good job.
I knew that mother had silently harmed father by a special poison. I also studied and cooked an antidote. Just quickly bring it to save father.
Thanks for Blade's antidote, the king was timely cured. He gave the throne to Conroy, and he became a wise and talented king. As Blade's pleading for a lightening of punishment for the wicked queen, she was just put into a dark dungeon to think again about what she had done. For his love with nature, Blade decided to leave the palace and started his journey to discover the world outside. A new working day began inside the beautiful dreamland garden. With two fairies, the fairy of water Ondine and the fairy of fire Sol. However, unlike Ondine, who could easily fly and cast spells, Sol was an elf without wings, so she always had difficulty moving. Even sometimes Sol accidentally caused unexpected incidents, so her mood was very sad. I wish I could be Ondine, having wings to fly freely. As for me, it's okay, these wings that I voluntarily exchanged to the senior for the portal to the Dark Witch. For the portal to the Dark Witch. So, after fulfilling my wish, the senior came to get the wings as in the agreed contract. But for the sake of the people's peace, I'm willing to do it. So fighting Sol, even without wings, everything will be fine. Although Sol always tried to appear cheerful, Ondine knew she was under a lot of pressure after losing her wings. Therefore, he always tried to do whatever it took to help Sol get her wings back.
What is this? The magic lamp! That's right. This treasure has the ability to grant all wishes in the world. Great! So Sol is about to get her wings back. Pirate, can you lend us the potion Mermaid? The one with the ability to help anyone who drinks it to move in the sea?
Of course, I can give you the potion. But the place to keep this treasure is in the mysterious ship, deep in the ocean. The way there is extremely dangerous. Many people have gone once and never returned. I'm afraid if I let you two go to find it.
Pirate, I know you're worried about us, but this is the only way to get Sol's wings back. The wings she sacrificed to protect everyone.
Hearing Ondine's persuasive words, the pirate elf nodded and handed the mermaid potion to the two friends.
I see. But if it is dangerous, you two should hurry to go back.
Thank you.
After that, thanks to the potion, Sol and Ondine were able to easily move under the snake. Following the instructions and help of the sea creatures, they finally got close to where the magic lamp was hidden. However, in order to reach the final destination, Sol and Ondine were forced to traverse the tornadoes ahead of them. What should we do? These tornadoes are so big that we can't go through them.
Ah, there's a way! My magic bubble will help us get there safely.
Having said that, they used magic bubbles to pass through the tornadoes. However, near the destination, Sol and Ondine were faced with a huge lightning tornado that they could not easily pass through. Even the whirlwinds behind began to surround them. In an emergency moment, Ondine noticed the flickering lights in the middle of the giant tornado. He decided to rush straight into it to find a way out.
Soul, hold my hand. I'll get us out of here.
Okay, I believe in you. Finally, after trying to use magic against the tornado, Ondine and Sol also managed to reach the ship that held the magic lamp.
Who are you? Why arrest us?
I am the Sea Witch, who specializes in gathering the powers of creatures to obtain the ultimate magic.
And it's lucky that today I meet the fire and water fairies with powerful magic here. You two will give me more magic to rule this place.
It's not that easy. Soul, let's attack.
Saying that Ondine attacked unexpectedly the Sea Witch and freed both of them. They then quickly teamed up to push the Sea Witch towards the tornado. However, she was not an easy person to deal with. She immediately pulled them with her.
If I'm destroyed, I'll take you two with me too!
Soul, move! Ah!
Sol was pushed towards the ship, but her injuries were so severe that she gradually lost consciousness. When Sol woke up, she was shocked to find herself tied up, and in front of her was Ondine. However, that was a strange Ondine. Ondine, what's wrong with you? Why are you surrounded by the dark magic of the Dark Wizard?
Because I am the Dark Wizard.
Saying that Ondine attacked Sol, but she managed to dodge it. However, Ondine did not give up and continued to shoot spells at Sol. And thanks to that, Sol discovered that her healthy wings that were lost had returned. I have wings? But how could it be?
You seem happy to have wings, don't you? So what if I destroy it and destroy you too?
No, Ondine, don't! Or I'll have to handle you!
Try it! I don't believe you can touch me!
Yes, I can't hurt you! But I can hurt the person behind you!
What? Ah!
As it turned out, by the light of the scepter, Sol knew the Sea Witch was controlling Ondine and quickly defeated her. And finally, they returned to the ship containing the magic lamp.
What talented descendants of the Light Fairy tribe, who dare to overcome their own challenges and fears many times to come here.
Are you still alive? And why? Why do you have a magic lamp in your hand?
Because I am the owner of the magic lamp, as well as the one who challenged the two of you on the way here. I want to make sure if the person who was going to be granted the wish was worth it. And with what you've shown, I'd be happy to grant you the wish you desire, which is to get the wings you want.
Having said that, the Sea Witch cast a spell, and many colorful fishes appeared on Sol's side.
Now, choose a pair of wings based on the color of this magic fish, and it will be yours.
That's how is it? Thank you very much, Sea Witch. Then, I will choose these wings. The wings represent the burning enthusiasm and courage to rise up in each person's heart. As soon as she finished speaking, a magical light flashed, helping Sol get her beautiful wings, freely flying everywhere. Witnessing Sol's joy, everyone happily smiled and congratulated her. And then with her new wings, Sol and Ondine continued their journey to protect Dreamland and live happily ever after.
Peace was something that people always yearned for and searched for it. No one knew that the wars between angels and demons were always present. And the angels always fought non-stop to protect that peace. No one could know how difficult these wars were, even the silent sacrifices that didn't need to be reciprocated. There were also people who were not angels, but whose sacrifices were also worthy of being called an angel. Demons always existed with only one purpose: destruction. In the battle of angels and demons to protect the human world, should the humans stand up and act for their own benefit? Angels, when they were in trouble, needed help from humans too.
Are you awake? Are you feeling well in your body?
After waking up, the female angel felt surprised when she herself received help from humans. She was surprised to see another demon living with that human.
Don't worry. The boy won't hurt you. He's the one who bandaged you up.
As it turned out, this guy wasn't a demon. Contrasting with that scary appearance was a careful and kind heart. The animals could also feel that sincere heart and responded in the most friendly way. Feeling that, she felt a little more secure. After learning about his family's situation, she knew that they were just ordinary people before. However, the older he got, the more ugly and weird his appearance became. The villagers thought that the boy was possessed by a demon, so they chased him and his mother away from the village. Making a living outside by growing herbs made the young man deeply knowledgeable about medicine.
I didn't expect your life to be so pitiful, but at least this place doesn't have chaotic wars like ours. Where are you from? Is there a war where you are? I am from heaven, as you call it, an angel.
To prove her point, she used her power to fully heal the small beast. Faced with that power, ordinary humans were completely subdued.
Angel's power was extremely useful in a situation like this. However, as you have seen, my strength is extremely weak. I need time to recover before returning to heaven. We're facing the demon world, so we can protect the humans. We are honored to have the opportunity to take care of an angel. Don't behave like that. Furthermore, I don't want to reveal this ability before I fully recover. The demons can smell it and come here to attack. If possible, help me hide this identity.
Is anyone here? Open the door! It seemed the villagers started to bother them again.
How can I help you?
Last night someone jumped in to destroy our crops. Tell us, what should we do now?
We have nothing to do with that.
Why not? Obviously there are huge footprints. Normal people can't do such things. Your monstrous son must have destroyed our crops.
Impossible! He never did that.
He must have avenged that we didn't let you and him stay in the village. How scoundrel he is. We agreed to let him live near the village, but he still continues to harass us.
Without listening to the explanation, the villagers immediately rushed in to attack the boy. With his gentle nature, the boy could only endure pain.
He would never do such a thing. I can testify.
Who are you? Do you want to cover for him? Don't try to cover our eyes. Unable to bear this injustice anymore, she decided to use her power to control the village chief. That's enough. Let's go back.
Why are you...
Enough. They are innocent. Let's go. Under the control of the angel, everything gradually ended. But in return, her power was also weakened.
Did you just? I can't see such injustice happening. Thank you for saving my son. But please don't do that again. Your strength hasn't recovered yet. Just a few more days of rest. No problem. Take care of him first.
After the angel's power wore off, the village chief returned to himself.
Chief, what's wrong with you?
What just happened? Aren't we at their house?
What did you say? It was you who said they were innocent and dragged us back!
Is it possible that it happened because that girl used witchcraft on me? Huh. Good. And then I'll bring more people over to see how you guys do. Let's go. They have accomplices. We will call more people. We'll deal with them this evening. That evening, the villagers gathered more, bringing more weapons to the shack of the mother and son growing herbs. Show yourself!
What are you doing here again?
Stop it! It's just that you have accomplices covering each other's badness to harm this village. We can't let it go anymore. No one noticed that directly above them was a very dangerous demon.
There's the smell of angels here. It's him! The unpleasant smell emanating from him.
What are you doing? My son has never dared to step on an ant. He is as docile and gentle as a young rabbit. Why are you doing this to us? Why are you doing this to us?
Huh, and you too. Don't try to do anything crazy here. Despite being in trouble, the boy still promptly noticed the approaching danger and saved the people around him.
He hit people! He's not obedient!
In front of a demon, normal humans couldn't keep their composure. The boy saw that the demon began to focus on attacking him, and he began to fight back. With his extraordinary physique and strength, the young man was still able to fight the demon. The villagers realized that the boy with such strength never fought back when beaten by them. They began to feel ashamed of their actions. They felt that they were extremely reprehensible.
Let me out! You can't beat him! It's okay. Please believe in my son. Let him be strong for once and overcome this challenge. If he had the help of others, then he wouldn't be able to get other people's recognition and would always feel low about himself.
Come on! Destroy that demon!
The battle lasted until dawn. The long time made the boy tired. Fortunately, the first rays of sunlight exposed the demon's weakness.
That's right. The demons are most afraid of sunlight. Don't let him escape!
Hearing that, the boy tried to grab and hold the demon's wings. With the boy's extraordinary strength, the demon could not escape, no matter how much he attacked him. Evil demons! Disappeared! Don't try to harm people! Seeing the big guy in trouble, the three villagers gathered up their courage to jump to hold the demon's limbs. Just like that, the sunlight came out, gradually sweeping over the demon and turning him into ashes. After the battle, what remained in everyone's mind was the image of a powerful hero. In the gloomy atmosphere, waiting for a soul to leave, the angelic girl stepped forward, putting her hand on the boy's chest, where the wound was the worst.
Please, don't! You use your strength to fight and protect humans. You shouldn't waste that power on my son. He's a hero. He deserves the best. But don't say anything. At most, I need 1 to 2 more months to recover.
Unable to wait any longer, she began to use her angelic powers. Not only did the wound heal, but a completely healthy and strong body appeared. In return for that reward, she sacrificed all her natural powers without hesitation. And one more miracle happened, the appearance of a new angel.
Angel! That's an angel!
Son, no matter what shape you take, with me, you will always be an angel that will never change.
Mom!
On a stormy night over the land of the Dell, in the middle of the forest, the king and queen's carriage was hurrying back to the castle. Inside the carriage, the queen was suffering from severe pain because she was in labor. Suddenly, the carriage crashed. the king helped the queen to try to leave the forest, to find a safe place to hide from the rain. Fortunately, no matter how bad the weather was, it could not prevent the two princesses from being born safely. Those were two beautiful princesses, Lena and Crystal. After 9 years, the two little princesses grew up to be extremely pretty and lovely. Princess Lena was a very energetic and mischievous girl. On the contrary, Crystal was a very gentle and meek princess. On the 9-year-old birthday of the two princesses, the king held a big party to celebrate. However, just as the two girls were about to cut their birthday cake, a fire broke out. The incident left everyone in shock and panic.
Crystal, are you okay?
Father, I don't know what...
Look, flames from her hands. She's a witch. She's definitely a witch.
The whole party suddenly became chaotic. The criticism towards the princess began to increase, causing Princess Lena to panic and run away from the party.
Does it snow in the middle of summer? Unbelievable!
Little Princess Lena was very afraid of her fiery hands. Although she did not feel any pain, it was not easy to put them out. Fortunately, the queen still knew that she was the safe support of the little princess. Besides, the small snowflakes were also helping Princess Crystal recover from her burns.
Wow, it's so magical!
In the days following, news that Lena was a witch quickly spread throughout the country. The people were fiercely demanding to punish or expel Princess Lena in a case similar things might happen to them. The king, out of love for his daughter, tried to appease the people and made the decision to lock the little Princess Lena in a closed room, not to go out unless it was an emergency. Because he loved his daughter and because he wanted to protect her, the king could not think of any other way. Then one day, it was said that Lena attacked the guards with her fire and escaped from the solitary cell. After a long time without news of her daughter, the queen passed away because she was so heartbroken, leaving many regrets to stay on earth. The king was left with only Crystal by his side. Fearing that the other princess would also be in danger, he immediately ordered her to stay in the castle and not be in contact with strangers. Just like that, 7 years have passed, and the beautiful Princess Crystal had always dreamed of once being integrated into the bustling crowds outside.
Princess, what do you want to eat today?
Anything?
Wait!
One day, Crystal came up with a bold idea. Thanks to the idea of using a maid outfit, she was able to fulfill her desire to integrate into society, enjoying the moment of freedom that she had not experienced for a long time. Her light footsteps led her to destiny. As a princess surrounded by walls, she didn't know much about the dangerous world outside.
You guys should stop! I will report to my father, and he will arrest you!
Haha! A maid who dares threaten us?
Taking advantage of the opportunity, the young boy quickly pushed down the thugs and dragged his savior away from this dangerous place. The four of them kept running, one after another, on the glacier. And an extremely interesting situation appeared, causing the chase to be interrupted. Luck after luck, it was certainly hard for the bad guys to get a good ending.
Well, you dare to make us like this! I won't forgive you!
Coincidence appeared more and more, and the ice under the thugs' feet gradually cracked. causing him to fall into the cold water. Taking advantage of the moment when the bad guys were busy escaping from the freezing water, the young man and Princess Crystal immediately left. After spending some fun outside, Princess Crystal quickly returned to the palace. She still regretted those moments of freedom. It's been a lot of fun. But there are also some problems I don't know how to handle. That boy's name is Nathan, the son of a fisherman. Their family has suddenly become difficult and poor since the day Lena showed her witchcraft powers. The frost left them without food. And since it's from the royal side, I feel like I have a part of the responsibility too. I want to make up for them, the people who suffered because of Lena. But when I told him I was a princess, he didn't believe me. Why? Princess, it's most likely due to your costume. If there is a next time, please don't call yourself a princess. That will bring us trouble. And you won't be allowed to go out anymore. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't think it through. After that, the princess often escaped, and every time it was Nathan taking her out. The love between the two also gradually developed during that time. However, once when she returned home, she was caught by the king. The king was very angry because his daughter tried to escape. Witnessing these things, Nathan also discovered that the person he secretly loved was the real princess. The king and his daughter argued with each other on the way back to the king's conference room. Here, a prince of a neighboring country was waiting, Prince Joseph.
Crystal, Prince Joseph has come all the way here to propose to you.
Propose? Then I would like to refuse.
Crystal, you are old enough to get married. Stop being stubborn.
No, I've already had someone else in my heart. Unexpectedly, Princess Crystal's backlash created a beautiful and cold miracle. To the king and Joseph's astonishment, Crystal found herself having a special difference, just like her sister Lena. The king, fearing the news that Crystal had ice powers spread outside, immediately ordered the castle to be closed, locking Crystal in a private room. Soon, despite the king's efforts to block the news, rumors about Princess Crystal being an ice witch kept spreading, sending the people into chaos.
Impossible! She was the one who froze this river? What should I do? Help or revenge?
Back with Crystal, locked in her room, she figured it all out. Since her 9-year-old birthday, those strange phenomena, then the frozen river surfaced for more than 10 years. The events of Nathan's family were all caused by her.
Princess Crystal. The situation outside is very chaotic because of a rumor. The king told me that in order to avoid making things worse, I will take you out of the kingdom for a while, wait for things to calm down, and then come back. Princess, I heard that on the other side of the kingdom, deep in the Forbidden Forest, there is a person who can help you lift that icy curse.
Are you sure?
That's what my henchman said. At least we have a glimmer of hope.
Let's go! By disguise, Princess Crystal crept through the crowd unnoticed. However, she didn't know that she was trapped.
Everyone, the Crystal Witch is here. She wants to run away.
People tried to surround her, intending to attack her, but were immediately stopped by a wall of ice.
In the face of the onslaught of the villagers, Princess Crystal still noticed a familiar figure.
Everyone calm down! Listen to me!
That boy is Nathan, the old fisherman's son.
Wasn't the river frozen that made his house become poor?
Everyone probably knows what my family's situation is. From a family living by fishing, suddenly became exhausted. Everyone knows when the incidents happened. Wasn't she only 9 years old at the time? Even among us, none of us know that she's the real cause, but we still believe that it's because of Princess Lena?
So what?
Since then, has she become dangerous or not? Of course not, because she didn't know she had such power, and she certainly didn't mean to harm anyone. Perhaps when she discovered that she herself was the cause of everyone's hunger, the princess was the one who felt the most confused. She was in the moments that were easy to collapse. I affirmed that with an honest person like Crystal, she will surely be able to change everything for the better.
The princess's kiss, filled with happiness, brought a miracle. However, seeing what just happened was completely opposite of what Joseph had calculated, he was very angry.
How could you easily believe those excuses? Apparently she pushed the kingdom to the brink like that. How can we forgive her?
Huh? What do you want? Want to divide us? In your dream!
You're a jerk! We're not so bad as you! Your Majesty!
Joseph, I didn't expect you to be so cunning. I've arranged the wedding in vain. Soldiers, grab him and throw him in the dungeon. Crystal, it's all my fault. I made the wrong decision and I almost lost my last loved one.
Father! Standing in front of such a touching scene, no one can hold back. Thought everything was cleared up and back to the way it was. But no, a mysterious figure appeared. Adele, I'm back already. In the middle of a blizzard, a girl was looking for someone. However, it seemed she could only scream in despair. It turned out that the person she was looking for was her daughter. Unfortunately, she didn't get there in time when the shadow of the death that took her daughter away. How could she find her child? Let's find out with WOA Fairy Tales right away. Once upon a time, on a cold night, in a village that was frosty year-round, there lived a gentle, loving mother named Julia. She stayed awake for 3 days and 3 nights, going around begging the doctor to cure her child. However, not a single doctor dared to open the door to examine her child. Because the blizzard was so heavy these days, covering the whole sky. So they feared that the death would take this opportunity to disguise himself as a commoner, to cast spells, to catch weak souls, and bring them to hell. Julia had to bring her child home in despair. It was already dark when Julia got home. She was just coaxing her baby to sleep when there was a knock on the door. It's already late. Why is there still someone knocking on my door? Could it be the death that everyone is talking about? Is he planning to take my daughter away?
Excuse me, is anyone at home? I'm so cold.
This is the voice of an old man, not the voice of death. However, I still need to be careful. Huh?
Excuse me, could I get into your house and ask for a glass of warm water? It's so cold and a homeless person like me has nothing to endure through this blizzard. Please help me.
Although Julia also hesitated for fear of the death, she immediately opened the door to let him in because of her good nature and the poor appearance of the old man.
Thank you. You are so kind. But aren't you afraid that Death will disguise himself as a commoner to capture your loved ones? You even opened the door to a stranger like me at a night like this.
No matter how much I fear death, I can't leave you in a lurch. I believe that when I help people, someone will help me when I'm in trouble. And if Death comes here to capture my daughter, I am not afraid, and I will do anything to protect her.
Well said.
Before she could figure out what this old man meant, Julia was magically fell into a deep slumber by him, and then he revealed himself as Death, taking Julia's daughter away.
How brave mother like you, Julia. Let's see what you can do to save your little girl.
When Julia woke up, she did not see her daughter and realized that the old man was Death, so she rushed out to find her child. My daughter! However, the response to Julia's call was still an eerie silence. I'm so sorry. Just because of my negligence, I lost you. Now, Mom can't hold you in my arms anymore. I can't tell you stories or sing lullabies at night anymore. You still have that chance, the poor mother. Who are you? You have a way to help me? I am the goddess of darkness. I have heard and enjoyed your sweet and clear voice for a long time, especially when you sang lullabies to your daughter. So if you agree to change your voice to me, I will show you the way to find your daughter. I agree. As long as I can find out where my daughter is, I'm willing to exchange anything. Then Julia raised her voice and gave it to the goddess of darkness. True to her promise, the goddess of darkness conjured Julia the way. Follow this fire. It will lead you to your daughter. Thank you! Having said that, Julia followed the fire, overcoming the stormy winds to find her daughter. There was only the last challenge left, that passing the ice lake, Julia could reach the whereabouts of Death. However, the lake's surface was very slippery. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't get over it. No, I have to try to get up. Definitely I have to find my daughter. But how could I cross the ice lake?
Of course, there is a way to cross this ice lake. However, the price to pay for my help, a god in this ice lake, is your bright, sparkling, beautiful eyes.
If these bright eyes can help me find my daughter, I'm willing to give them up. Without hesitation, Julia burst into tears because she missed her child. Drop by drop, her warm tears fell on the cold ice. She cried until her eyes dimmed when a light flashed from the lake.
I got the gift from you. Now, go to your daughter's place.
As soon as he finished speaking, the god of the lake took Julia to the whereabouts of Death. However, even though Julia could only see the blur ahead, she still decided to enter the gates of hell to see Death. Even the magic of hell made Julia old and weak. She still did not give up hope of finding her daughter.
Ha 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 ha! You're finally here, Julia.
Death! Give me back my child!
Ha 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 ha!
Why did you do this to me? Why did you turn into an old man? Taking advantage of my kindness and then using a scheme to take my child like that?
Because I want to test how great the so-called mother's love is, to see if you can overcome all the challenges. But Julia, you have shown me how good a mother's heart is, and how strong your resilience is. Therefore, I will give you a chance to save your child.
Then Death made two transparent glass spheres. A sphere with a picture of Julia's daughter laughing happily.
The other sphere showed a scene of a sad, weak child under the snow.
Observe carefully and choose one of these two spheres to help your child come back to life.
Thank you, Death. Julia gently observed the images inside these spheres. At this moment, she clearly noticed the laughter, the warmth of her daughter radiating around. However, on the other sphere, she felt that the poor child was sad and tired, but still smiling when she saw her mother. It was such a beautiful scene of motherhood, which made Julia flutter.
If I choose one of the two spheres, what will happen to the other one?
If you choose your child's sphere, your child will return to Earth. But the child in the other sphere will be taken away by me, and vice versa.
Can't I save both of them? They're all poor babies.
You cannot.
If I selfishly harm innocent people because of my daughter, it would be too cruel. And if I don't choose my daughter, I'm just a bad mother who doesn't know how to protect her child. No matter what I have to pay, even if I have to sacrifice my life, I will still save both babies and help them have a peaceful and healthy life.
Saying that, Julia transferred her warmth into the two spheres. When Julia opened her eyes, she found herself at her house with her healthy daughter by her side.
What's happened? How can we get back here? And why am I back to normal?
Didn't you say that if you help others, kindness will be rewarded? Through many challenges, you proved your kindness and great heart. Therefore, I brought you here and only took 10 years of your life as a condition of exchange to save your child.
Thank you very much.
No, I should be the one to thank you. Thank you for showing me the goodness of the human heart, and I hope you live happily ever after.
After that, Death said goodbye to Julia and her daughter and disappeared. And then Julia and her daughter lived happily ever after.
That princess looked so beautiful in her gorgeous wedding dress. But why did she look so different from the outside of the mirror? Was there a miracle? Let's find out with WOA Fairy Tales. In a small, faraway kingdom, there lived Princess Jenny, who was the best friend of the most talented seamstress in the kingdom, Kathleen. They both loved designing costumes, so they spent time sharing with each other every day. Not only that, Kathleen knew that Jenny was always self-conscious about her imperfect appearance, so she always encouraged and supported Jenny.
Jenny, the beauty on the outside cannot determine what kind of person you are, because the most complete beauty is in the soul, so be confident.
Feeling Kathleen's heart, Jenny also always gave Kathleen the best. When she learned that Kathleen was about to get married, Jenny went to a neighboring kingdom to find the best fabric to make a wedding dress for her best friend. While the princess was sharing her hobby of sewing and choosing fabrics with the shop owner, a rotten shelf fell on them. Jenny quickly pushed the shop owner away, however she accidentally got struck. Fortunately, there was a guy who appeared and helped her. Are you okay?
I am fine. Thank you very much.
However, before Jenny had time to talk to him, he had to leave because he was busy. If there is a chance, I would love to see you again. After that, the young man hurriedly walked away, leaving the princess's loving heart behind.
Miss, thank you for saving me. Yeah, don't mention it. To thank you, I have a small gift for you. This is my crystal shuttle. It has the ability to help you embroider the most beautiful clothes in the world. Even the person wearing it will become more beautiful and turn into the type of person they want if they have enough strength and faith to believe in that outfit. However, remember to always think of good things when using the shuttle. Otherwise, it will bring misfortune to you. Oh, thank you.
However, Jenny was still in the mood of missing the young man just now. Jenny did not listen to the shop owner's instructions clearly. She just brought the shuttle back as a souvenir. After buying fabric as well as spending time learning more sewing experiences from the shop owner,
Jenny decided to return to her kingdom. When she entered the palace, she accidentally bumped into someone, and that guy was the one she was secretly in love with.
Why are you here? Jenny! You're finally back. I and my fiancé Louis are preparing a party to welcome you back.
Turns out, you are the best friend that Kathleen often mentioned. I'm Louis, a cloth merchant. Nice to meet you again.
So that's it. Hello?
Realizing that Louis was Kathleen's fiancé, Jenny felt a little sad. Because she didn't want Kathleen to see her pitiful appearance, she made an excuse to leave.
Sorry, but I am a bit tired, so I can't join the party.
Huh?
It's a pity, but it's okay. This is a gift I want to give you. Your hands have suffered many needle wounds because of me. So remember to wear these gloves when sewing and don't overwork. Okay, thank you, Kathleen. I can't let her know that I like Louis. Besides, Kathleen is both beautiful and talented, so it's right for her to have a good fiancé like Louis. I really want to be like Kathleen, to have that beauty and Louis's love.
Although Jenny's mood became more and more contemplative because of her unrequited love, she still tried to keep her promise, to sew the most perfect wedding dress for Kathleen. And finally, the day before the wedding, the dress was completed.
I'm sure Kathleen will look great in it. If only I could stand up to the one I love in this dress like Kathleen.
As soon as she finished speaking, the shuttle on the table suddenly lit up and turned Jenny into Kathleen.
Why did I turn into Kathleen? It was your desire to be her that the dress fulfilled your wish.
Turns out, while Jenny used the shuttle that was given to her by the shop owner, in her heart she always wanted to become Kathleen. So when she wore the wedding dress, her figure turned into her close friend.
However, the magic of the dress can't maintain the shape for long. So if you want to be Kathleen forever and be loved by Louis, then... Jenny, are you there?
Before the crystal shuttle could finish speaking, the real Kathleen suddenly appeared and marveled at Jenny's change. However, without giving Kathleen time to react, the shuttle conjured up and imprisoned Kathleen.
What did you do to Kathleen? I just want to help you draw power from the real Kathleen and make you the only Kathleen in the world, as I said. Then you will have the beauty and heart of Louis. But...
Kathleen, are you in there?
Under the magic of the shuttle, Louis completely mistook Jenny for Kathleen.
Jenny isn't here?
She has an unexpected business, so she has to leave the palace right now, and she will come back next week.
It's a pity that Jenny can't attend our wedding tomorrow, but Jenny's wedding dress makes you so beautiful. You must have loved this present. Don't worry too much. I'm sure Jenny will always bless us wherever she is. Remember not to stay up late, darling.
After Louis left, the shuttle resounded again.
Jenny, you see? Louis only loves Kathleen. So if you become Kathleen, he will love you forever. So take this golden opportunity. But is it true that Kathleen will be fine if I borrow her powers like this? Don't worry, I guarantee it.
Hearing the instigating words of the shuttle, Jenny decided to become the bride at the wedding tomorrow. But before taking the oath, Louis gave Jenny a letter and wanted her to read it aloud in front of everyone.
Thank you to everyone who attended our wedding today, and especially you, Jenny. You've always been by my side, even though I was just an ordinary poor commoner. Although I don't know how to repay you for all your favors, I still look forward to continuing to accompany you and be friends forever.
Listening to the feelings inside the letter, Jenny realized how much Kathleen had always appreciated her and involuntarily looked at the shuttle holding her friend.
What's going on? Kathleen's body is dissolving. You don't need to care about that. As long as you become the only Kathleen, no one will remember this Kathleen. Besides, until now, Kathleen has never cared for you, even forcing you to find fabric in a distant neighboring kingdom to make her wedding dress. It's not like that. That's because I volunteered to go for my best friend. Moreover, when I returned, Kathleen always cared for and encouraged me. She has never abandoned me, as you said. I will tell everyone the whole truth. If you spoke out, you will have to pay for that.
your vitality will be drawn to replace that Kathleen.
No matter what I have to pay, I must save Kathleen!
Despite the warnings, Jenny decided to tell Louis the truth and destroyed the shuttle. However, when smashing the shuttle, not only was Kathleen saved, but Jenny was not harmed. Suddenly, the shuttle spirit appeared and spoke a few words.
What you have just gone through is the challenge that I give you to prove that the friendship of you two can overcome pursuits and interests. And after completing the challenge, I turn everything back to how it was before.
But why didn't Kathleen wake up and get cold like this?
Because her vitality has been lost too much. Only when she has the warmth of the most sincere love can she live again.
Then Louis, please save Kathleen!
However, even when Louis did everything, Kathleen's body was still cold.
Sorry, Kathleen. If it weren't for me being so selfish, you wouldn't have to suffer like this. I'd give up everything. I just need my best friend to come back.
As she finished speaking, a light flashed around Kathleen and brought her back to life. Turns out it was the good, eternal friendship of the two that helped Kathleen be revived.
Kathleen, you're back! I'm sorry. Really sorry for my stupid actions.
Jenny, I forgive you. You know, all of us have made mistakes, but knowing mistakes and correcting them is precious. So let's become close friends and make up for the missing pieces in each other's lives.
After that, the wedding ceremony of Kathleen and Louis once again took place, with the blessing of Jenny and everyone. As for Jenny, she hoped that after this lesson, she could grow up and live happily with the people she loved. In most of the fairy tales we used to know, when a prince or a princess took the throne, they would absolutely have a happy ending after. However, nothing is easy. Selena had to face many difficulties when she had become a queen. The king and the queen unfortunately passed away prematurely. The kingdom really needed a successor. For helping her sister, Seraphia, go ashore and live like a human as her wish, Selena took that responsibility. Selena was so young, making the elders doubt about her decisions. There were many bad rumors among the people about her.
I cannot understand. Princess Seraphia is elder. Why did you let Queen Selena take the throne?
That's right. I also heard that the queen had lived at the bottom of the ocean for so long. She has not much knowledge as Seraphia.
She even didn't have much time to rest.
My queen, where did you just go?
I've just been out to relax a little bit.
To become a real queen, you should learn a lot. Please don't waste your time for nonsense things.
But I just...
It's time for strength in the realm of dark power, my queen.
I knew it.
For 1,000 years, the mermaid tribe had to watch the dark power, preventing the sinister forces from taking it. If it really happened, that would be a disaster.
I didn't think that there would be so many pressures like that when becoming a queen.
I can feel the injustices that you have to suffer.
Who's that?
They're so selfish. Making you work all day is the way they want to, just because you're too kind and weak. If you're stronger, they will have to listen to you.
Selena? Selena! Selena!
Yes, Mom?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Selena, you should remember that the dark power will take over the mind of anyone who had the desire to have it, even just a little bit.
Yes, I always remember that.
Get back to your room and take a rest.
Yes, Mom. She's joyful all the time.
What an injustice. You're both mermaid princesses. She's always joyful, but you have to work hard. And you always get the criticism from others.
Who? Where are you?
The strange sounds kept coming from nowhere into Selena's mind, like it was pushing the jealousy inside her. One day, the day was really stressful with Selena. She was almost exhausted.
If only I could be stronger.
The next morning, Seraphia got a message from Selena.
My dear sister, we haven't met each other for a long time. I'm missing you so much. If you have time available, hope that you will visit me. I haven't visited my sister for a long time. I have to prepare a gift for her.
They were so delighted when seeing each other again. However, after drinking a sip of water, Seraphia immediately felt dizzy. Her body lost all its strength.
Selena? Why did you do that? Because I need your royal strength. When I absorb it, I will be stronger than ever. You are not Selena. What did you do to her? If you want to know, I will help you meet her.
Suddenly, their parents appeared to prevent. They took Seraphia to a secret cave which was located far from the palace. After being secure, Seraphia's father helped her to regain strength.
How do you feel?
Thank you. I'm getting better. But what happened to Selena? She was manipulated by the dark power. Yesterday, I realized that Selena had been unusual. I intended to visit her after finishing my works, but it was too late. I couldn't fight against dark power, so I could only inform your father about it. So how can we save her now?
After manipulating the subject, it will push that person's soul to the land of soul. We need to go there and help Selena escape.
Let me go there.
No, this land of soul is really complicated. Only Seraphia can find Selena there. Because you're sisters, the compatible souls will lead you to find each other.
I understand. I will go there. But I will definitely bring her back, don't worry.
All right, I will open a gate to get your soul into it. You will have to come back to the gate before it's totally closed.
He used his power to take Seraphia's soul to the land of soul. A moment later, Seraphia found herself at a really strange place.
I can feel you, Selena. I will take you out of here.
After searching for a while, Seraphia finally saw a familiar figure.
Selena! It's me! Wake up, Selena! Seraphia? Why are you here? Please, quickly leave here. No, I will never leave without you. I don't want to be back to that palace. I feel more comfortable here. Selena, that place is where you belong. Everyone hates me. If I disappear, they will be satisfied. No, Selena. There are many people who still love you. Our parents and me. You are a liar. When I have been under a lot of pressures, criticism, you were still happy. I did everything for everyone, but no one had cared about my emotion. I'm sorry. I was too selfish without knowing that you had been under a lot of pressures like that. Once you come back, I promise that I will share all the burdens with you. I will never let you do it alone. I'm too weak. I don't deserve to be a queen. No, Selena, you did a good job. I promise that I will never let you do it alone anymore. Selena, I promise.
Miraculously, the globe was broken down, releasing Selena. That globe was the separation between the two sisters. When they understood each other, it immediately vanished.
Quickly, leave here!
You two think that you can leave here? Not that easy.
Who are you? This is the real figure of dark power!
Suddenly, everywhere was dark. They couldn't see each other.
Selena, where are you?
Seraphia, you are older. That throne was supposed to be yours, but your younger sister took all the power. Don't you think it's an injustice?
Yes, it's really injustice. It's really unfair for my sister, who had to take all the burdens.
A weak person like her can never take the burdens of a queen.
So this time, I have to help her.
Seraphia's mind was too determined. It could do nothing.
Selena, don't let him manipulate you. I will never leave you alone. Sister, yes, you won't have another chance.
The sinister devil was so angry because it couldn't move their minds. It immediately rushed to attack them. However, they really understood each other. Together, they coordinated well and defeated the dark power. They could also leave the Land of Soul right before the gate was closed. From that time, the two sisters could understand and help each other. They shared the trident and together ruled the kingdom with the support of everyone.
Look! The murky stream was becoming clearer and clearer. That's miraculous, isn't it? Let's follow WOA Fairy Tales with today's story. Once upon a time, there lived a brilliant princess named Dahlia. God gave her not only an outstanding beauty, but also many other talents, such as sewing and embroidery. But he took all the luck away from her. Dahlia had been an orphan since she was a little kid. She even had to live in poverty all the time. It's not like the life of any other princess. The main reason came from the crop failures at her kingdom, making the people have nothing to pay the tax. Her king father had to seek the companionship with other kingdoms, bringing all of their belongings to exchange for their helps, until he had nothing more to exchange. The kingdom was getting poorer and more difficult every day. The king was really worried about that. His health totally collapsed. Dahlia was really worried for her father, but she didn't know what to do to help him.
Your Majesty, I'm here to announce that my king is choosing the spouse for his prince. If Princess Dahlia joins and proves that she has all the qualities of a real princess, we promise to help your kingdom as best as we can.
Dahlia was so glad to hear that news. She immediately said goodbye to his father and set out to find a way to save the kingdom. Dahlia eagerly went on with the living hope of being able to help her kingdom solve all the problems. Thinking about that, she started to smile. Wandering in her own thoughts, suddenly she heard a painful cry from far away. When she came closer, she saw a guy with muddy clothes who was being surrounded by two guards. She could never ignore the people in danger. Dahlia came up with an idea.
Why are you still standing here? Run away! There is a bandit chasing over!
Hearing so, the guards believed it with no doubt and run away immediately. Dahlia watched them for a while, then raised that guy up.
It's safe now. Stand up. I just fooled the guards to rescue you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saving my life. My name is Darcy, an orphan with nothing in hand, so I have always been bullied. Would you do me the honor of asking your name? Why did you wander around this forest?
I'm Dahlia, princess of the neighboring kingdom. I'm here to attend the contest of the king for choosing the spouse for his prince. They promised to help my kingdom if I win it.
Can I go with you? I will follow to escort you as a thank you for saving my life.
Of course! I'm really glad for having a companion.
They set out together, and finally, they reached the kingdom safely.
Hello, Princess Dahlia. For not wasting your time, I will let you know the challenge right away. I need you to go find the material and weave for me a good mattress. Make me feel comfortable with it, because every mattress in this kingdom gave me backaches. If you manage to do it, you will be the winner, and I'll do everything to help your kingdom.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will try my best to finish it as soon as possible.
After hearing that, Dahlia and Darcy immediately set out. However, no matter how much they tried, they still couldn't find the satisfying material. As they were walking, they saw a wounded white deer which was struggling for breath. Dahlia felt pity for it. Then she went to find the medical leaf to cure for it. After being recovered, the deer lowered his head, dropped a pearl from its mouth into Dahlia's head, and went away. Dahlia put the precious pearl into her bag and continued the journey with Darcy. Walking for many days made them nearly exhausted. They had to stop at a roadside village to take a rest. But strangely, seeing them, the villagers immediately gathered around to ask for water. Both of them had to use all of their water to give them. But it seemed not enough. The villagers quickly drank all of the water.
What's happening here? Why are you so lack of water?
Our village was so famous for weaving. Nowhere else could compare. But the greed blinded us. Instead of using natural material, we created a dye which made the water pollute. We were really regretful, but now we can do nothing.
Feeling pity for the villagers, Dahlia was thinking of a way to save them. Right at that moment, the pearl inside her bag was shining and rolling into the stream. And strangely, the stream was clearer and clearer.
I knew the way. We just need to put this pearl on the upstream. The water will be clean again. But the upstream is too high. How can I get there?
Let me do it. I can climb up there.
Yes, but you have to be careful.
Darcy quickly climbed to the upstream and put the pearl there. The stream was immediately clear as crystal, making the villagers so happy. The villagers were so glad, they thanked Dahlia and gave her a bolt of finest cloth.
I want to make really smooth mattress. Do you guys know what material can be stuffed to it?
Not far away from here, there is an old cotton plant. If you can take cotton from it, then stuff to this cloth, you will have a smooth mattress. However, there is a three-headed dog there to watch the plant. There were many people had went there without coming back.
Didn't care about the danger, Dahlia and Darcy set out right away to find the cotton plant. Indeed, when they reached that place, they saw a three-headed dog was growling and watching the cotton plant. Seeing them, the dog immediately rushed to attack them. As natural reflex, Darcy hugged Dahlia tight to protect her. The dog was getting closer. They were so scared that they moved backward. Suddenly, Dahlia kicked the gravel and slipped, making a loud noise. The dog immediately stepped back when hearing the sound.
That dog is scared of the clash of gravels. Quickly throw the gravel to the ground as hard as we can.
They together picked the gravels up and threw it to the ground. The dog panicked and immediately ran away. Dahlia and Darcy looked at each other happily. At that time, Darcy even gently squeezed Dahlia's hand. After getting the cotton on the plant, they came back to the kingdom right away. Thanks to Dahlia's weaving talent, she was able to weave a mattress quickly. Unfortunately, Darcy carelessly tore the corner of that mattress. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. What should we do now?
It's all right. Just an accident. I can handle it.
With her agility, Dahlia quickly embroidered a flower onto that corner of that mattress, making it more beautiful than ever. After completing, Dahlia immediately brought the mattress to present to the king. Lying on this mattress for only one night, but the king was really satisfied with it. However, he still wanted to test Dahlia a little bit more. He secretly hid a pea under the mattress.
Your mattress is not good at all. I had backache for the whole night.
It's impossible! I've used the best materials!
Dahlia was so confident of her mattress that she agreed immediately. But it was so strange. She couldn't sleep for that whole night because of the backache.
Your Majesty, this mattress really has the problem. The guilt is mine. Please consider about my spirit. I tried my best. Please help the people in my kingdom.
How honest, good, and brave you are. I was testing you a little bit. The mattress is excellent. I'm really satisfied with it. You are now the future wife of my son.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty. But I just want to ask for your only favor. Please save the people in my kingdom. And about the marriage, I'm afraid I will not be able to do that. Because I've already loved Darcy, my kind companion.
What? You dare to refuse my son? Are you insulting my request?
Your Majesty, I know that you love me and you want to help me. But love is not the thing that can be forced. I won't be able to marry the prince. Huh? This is Darcy, my soulmate. He is the only one I love.
I'm the prince. I came up with a plan of disguising into a poor man who was bullied. I waited for someone to come, but nobody cared. There was only you who came back and helped me. I loved you for your naivety, intelligence, and bravery. Hearing so, Dahlia hugged him so tight. They quickly went back to her kingdom to help the people there. With Darcy's support, Dahlia's kingdom became prosperous like before. Everyone was really happy. Darcy and Dahlia married and lived a happy life forever after.
My God, look! Cupid and his wife are so happy. Let me tell you about their love story.
Once upon a time in Greece kingdom far away, which was ruled by King Mercure, there lived two beautiful princesses. The elder one named Petri and the younger one named Psyche. The elder sister was so arrogant that she always thought that she was the most beautiful girl in this world.
Wow, with this beauty, I'm deserved to be the most beautiful person on this world.
Because of that, she was arranged to become the spouse of a wealthy king at that time. But she never expected that her sister became more and more beautiful than her as she grew up, making Petri always be jealous. Because Petri had got married far away, there was only Psyche who lived with the king, so she was much pampered. On her 16th birthday, the king celebrated a lavish banquet, inviting everybody to come and rejoice. At the middle of the party, when everyone was having fun, there was a mysterious prophet appeared.
The destiny of this beautiful little princess will be really ironic when she gets 18. She will be the wife of a disgusting monster who had big wings, half human and half snake. How dare you say those words on my daughter's special day? Gods, bring him out and teach him a lesson.
Time had passed by, and everyone also forgot the prophecy until Psyche got to be 18. In the kingdom, a half-human, half-snake monster appeared from nowhere. He's really ferocious when attacking the people, causing a lot of damages.
Sir, I wonder if our kingdom did anything to offend you. If we did, I would take all the responsibilities. Please spare the innocent people. I will give you all of my properties. I never need your little property. What I want is your daughter. You let your daughter marry me, I will spare this kingdom, and even give you much more treasure. I'll give you 2 days to think about it. After 2 days, if you don't give me the answer I want to hear, then don't blame me for being too cruel. My God, how can I save my little Psyche? There will be no father who let his daughter marry a monster.
King Father, don't worry. He seemed to love Psyche so much. He's also really rich. If you let her marry the monster, maybe she will live in wealthy and happiness for the rest of her life.
But he is so ferocious. I am afraid that he might harm her.
But if you don't let her marry him, the whole kingdom will be in danger. What will happen with the innocent people?
It's okay. There's no other way. I hope that he won't harm Psyche. My beloved Psyche, although I'm really worried and don't want you to go, the destiny of this kingdom is in danger now. Please understand me. I have no other choice but to let you marry that monster. Please don't resent me.
Father, I agree. If you don't say, I'm also willing to sacrifice to save our kingdom.
Thank you for understanding me. I just hope you will have a peaceful life.
At the appointed time, the monster flew down, held her in his lap, and flew to his palace. The princess had thought that he would be ferocious, but no, he was really gentle, carefully took care of her. But there had been a secret. Every day when the night came, he put all of his Sankey skin out and revealed himself as a muscular man. Every night, they talked to each other and gradually fell in love. But he always sat on the dark corner. She could see nothing at all.
Although I really want to step into the light to talk to you, it's impossible now. Promise me, don't try to see my face if I haven't allowed it. If you do that, I will be in so much pain.
Yes, I promise you. Psyche had a happy life beside the monster. She gradually had feelings with him. However, from deep inside, the feeling of homesick also disturbed her every moment. The monster also knew that, so he invited her sister to come and talk to her. Seeing her sister, Psyche was really happy. She told her many things, including the secret at night of the monster. You still intend to love him even you haven't known what he'll look like? Why don't you wait until midnight? When he sleeps, you can use the candle to see his face. Is that possible? Why not? When he sleeps, he won't know anything. Partly because of the curiosity, Psyche followed her sister's words, waiting for the monster to sleep. She gently held the candle, came nearer to see his face. When the light shined too, a handsome face appeared. Psyche was immersed in that beauty. Suddenly, the monster woke up. Psyche cried out in pain, turned into the monster appearance and flew away, leaving Psyche there, crying in sorrow.
I was wrong! Totally wrong! Please don't go! Don't leave me here!
After he left, Psyche was really heartbroken and regretted about what she had done. She cried her eyes out. Demeter goddess got all the story. Feeling sorry for her, she came to Earth and told her a secret. Poor Psyche, I felt sorry for your situation, so I came here to tell you a thing. Your husband, who was half human, half snake, was actually a multiple of Cupid. In the challenge to become the god of love, Zeus turned Cupid into a monster. Cupid can only overcome the challenge and be the god of love when there is a girl appears and says that she loves him without considering about his monster appearance. You did the wrong thing. You tried to see his actual appearance before saying that you love him, making him suffer a great pain every day. Maybe it's also one of the challenges for him to become the god of love.
My goddess, I know that I was totally wrong. Please tell me the way to save him.
There's only one way to save him. You'll have to go to hell, asking Persephone to give you the magic pill. There are only 3 pills on this universe.
My dear goddess, please help me. Just this time, can you bring me to hell?
But it will be so many dangers there. You dare to do it?
For him, I can do everything.
The goddess was moved. Then she brought Psyche to the river of soul, then flew away. Psyche stood by the bank, but she didn't know how to cross the river. Suddenly, a ferryman appeared, coming nearer and nearer.
Hold on, girl. If you want me to help you cross that river, you should have something to exchange, right?
She quickly took all of her jewelry off and gave it to the ferryman, so he agreed to help her cross the river. Crossing the river, finally she could reach the palace where goddess Persephone lived. She was about to enter the palace, but she was blocked by a little spirit.
I came here for an urgent business. Please let me enter to see goddess Persephone.
I will let you enter, with one condition. You will have to give me your eyes. I've been blind since I was born. I've always been dreaming of seeing everything.
Psyche agreed without hesitation. After she nodded her head, everything was dark. She staggered into the palace to meet Persephone. Persephone was always a kind goddess. She agreed to give Psyche the magic pill and took her to the place where Cupid was living. She groped into the place and immediately burst into tears while hearing the scream of her lover. As for being too painful, Cupid could feel nothing. Seeing the girl, he immediately rushed there to attack.
It's me, Psyche. You don't recognize me? You don't recognize me? It's all my fault. Who put you in this miserable situation? I'm sorry. And I love you.
After hearing those words, he calmed down and held her on his lap. She found in the bag and gave him the magic pill, urged him to drink it. After drinking, Cupid could feel that all the pains had gone. The two hugged each other and shared true love's kiss. As the kiss stopped, Cupid immediately revealed his true appearance as a handsome man. He found her true love, overcome the challenges, and became the god of love.
Good job, Cupid! Congratulations, you've overcome the challenge and officially become the god of love.
Zeus also granted Psyche, giving her eyes back and told her a secret.
Psyche, you are a brave and honest girl, yet you had an evil-minded sister, trying all ways to harm you all the time. I will punish her. making her live in poverty and ugliness for the rest of her life. What do you think?
My God, although I'm really angry with what she did, she's still my sister. Please forgive her. She just needed to be a normal person to experience more.
Zeus was really touched by her good heart. He granted her the immortality, allowing her to live on Olympus Mount with Cupid. From that moment, they lived happily together forever after. Beautiful Princess Psyche, the youngest princess loved by the king. Princes of neighboring countries eagerly asked to marry her with countless precious wedding presents, but Psyche still refused. She wanted to find a true and sincere love. One day, Psyche was absorbed in following a 7-color butterfly and got lost deep into the forest. Suddenly, from the bushes came a very scary sound. Psyche worriedly ran away, but unfortunately, she was tripped over a tree branch and fell to the ground.
You! Who are you? I am Princess Psyche, the only daughter of the king. You must not be rude to me.
Hello, Miss Psyche. I have heard of you for a long time. You are more beautiful than rumors say.
I don't know you.
Van stretched out his hand. The vine sprouted and curled around the princess.
Help me! Help me!
A young man appeared out of nowhere, shot an arrow into the vines, causing Van to scream in anger.
Who dares to sneak a shot at me? How brave you are! Let me teach you a lesson.
The boy's arrows were quickly brushed aside by Van. Looking at Van's rough body, he suddenly had an idea. He quickly climbed up the tree, took out 2 flints from his pocket, made fire arrows, and shot them down to where Van was reaching out his long arms to grab the young man.
It's hot!
The young man approached the princess and gently helped her up. The two fell in love at first sight. Unfortunately, Hel, that brave young man, was dumb. Hel took the princess back to the palace and said goodbye. From then on, Princess Psyche often hid from the guards to sneak out of the palace to walk with Hel. Even though they couldn't talk, they both understood each other's heart. Then one day, just returning from the palace, Psyche received news like a bolt from the blue. Van brought the princess's bracelet to propose.
This is our betrothal, Your Majesty. She has agreed to marry me.
In Wales, as long as a girl gave something of hers to a man, it meant that she had agreed to marry him. Psyche froze, checking her hand, the bracelet probably falling when she tried to chase Van away. The only person who could testify for her was Hel, but he was dumb. The pained Psyche could only cry and lock herself in her room. The king loved his daughter very much, but there was nothing he could do to save her from this marriage. The news of Princess Psyche's marriage quickly spread throughout the kingdom. Hel heard about it and went to the palace to testify. Because he couldn't speak, the soldiers stopped him right from the gate. Psyche desperately looked at the wedding dress hanging on the wall, decided to take her life away by eating the wild plant clinging to the window wall. Before she has gone forever, she heartbrokenly left a farewell letter expressing her love for Hel. Meanwhile, Hell quickly disguised himself as a guard and sneaked into the princess's room. What a pity when he came a step late.
Psyche!
The king looked at his beloved daughter, who had left the world in pain, and he collapsed.
Please take care of her body. I will find the goddess of life and ask him to connect her lifeline.
Hell overcame thousands of waves to reach the sacred tree, where there were 3 goddesses of life: goddess of past, goddess of present, and goddess of future.
Please tie Psyche's lifeline. I will pay any price for you to do it.
But all 3 goddesses shook her heads in denial. We can't interfere with human life. You had better go home. Go to the underworld, steal the box containing the fire of Psyche's life. But it is forbidden to open that box in the middle of the road. Remember to bring a piece of cake for the 3-headed mastiff when you go through the gate. Hell bowed his head in thanks to the goddess of the past and began his journey to the underworld again. Hell alone climbed the pass and waded through the forest in the dark to reach the underworld, where people were afraid just hearing the name. On the way to the underworld, he passed through a forest, accidentally encountered a tiger trying to attack an old woman. He immediately raised his bow and shot. Thank you, young man. I have nothing in return. I would be very happy if you accept this little bread and honey from me.
Oh, this is exactly what I need. Thank you very much.
Hell said goodbye to the old woman and went into the deep forest. A short distance away, he came across a witch who was being crushed by an old tree. Help me! Please help me! I give you this magic cloak. Put it on. You will become invisible. It can go anywhere if you give the order. When Hell had just walked to the door of the underworld, he heard the growl of the mastiff. Hell quickly threw a piece of bread covered with honey to the dog, causing the dog to obediently lie down to eat. Hell gently went deep inside, looking for a place to store the fireboxes of life. Among thousands of boxes, Hell finally found a box named Psyche.
I finally found you. Psyche, wait for me!
Hell, please release me! It's so dark in here. I'm scared.
That's Psyche's voice. Maybe she woke up.
Hell, it's too hot in here. Please let me go. I'm begging you. I can't take it anymore.
But the goddess of the past said I must not open this box.
That's because she wants to lock me. Please, let me go or I won't be able to return to my body. Haha, I'm finally free.
Get back to the box, Psyche.
The noise woke up the mastiff. It sniffed and chased after Hell. Hell was scared as he ran and tried to jump up to catch the fire, but unfortunately tripped and fell. His cloak came loose, revealing his body. His scream awakened the queen of the underworld. Close the door of the palace. Catch anyone who dares to come here to cause trouble. Hel was scared to see the flames floating in front of him, and quickly grabbed the cloak of invisibility and threw it at the fire.
Cloak, quickly bring the flame to the princess. Psyche, I love you.
The cloak heard Hel's command, quickly flew up, caught the fire of life, and quickly escaped from the slowly closing door.
Your Highness, I accept all punishments from you.
Very well. I will tell you the price of trespassing here. Hel was quickly tied to a hot copper pillar. Meanwhile, the cloak also brought the flame of life back to Psyche. The princess woke up to the amazement and joy of the kingdom. Unfortunately, when she returned from the dead, she forgot all her memories, even Hel. Who am I? Where am I? Would Hel escape from the flaming underworld to return to the princess? And would the princess remember the deep love that Once upon a time, a great battle erupted between demons and angels. The demons, possessing darkness within, were powerful and dominated the war for many years. But when the Archangel united all the angelic tribes, they finally achieved victory and nearly wiped out the entire demon race. Almost, but not entirely. This is the story of Vera, the princess of the underworld demon kingdom.
Little demon, in the end, you're just a child.
Although Vera was a demon, she was still a child, without any malicious intent. The Archangel decided to adopt her, despite the objections of other angels. And so, Vera grew up in the love and care of the Archangel and his son, Prince Daniel.
If darkness possesses one's heart, anyone can become a demon. If enough goodness is present, anyone can become an angel. If you subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel, we will reach 1 million. Did you write something inappropriate in the book, Vera?
Despite the attention from the prince and the Archangel, Vera was still bullied by others. After all, the angels couldn't empathize with her no matter what. Being a demon, Vera always had darkness within her. When her emotions were hurt, the darkness would often manifest, especially when she was teased by the angels. Vera started to feel insecure. She despised her demonic heritage, which made her different and ostracized. As she grew older, Vera developed feelings for Prince Daniel, one of the few people who treated her kindly. Of course, Vera concealed her emotions out of self-consciousness and also because... Stay away from him, you demon! How dare a demon like you linger here? Perhaps I was destined to be a demon from the start! Things took a turn for the worse when Daniel announced his engagement to Lucifer, the princess of another angelic tribe. Daniel's closeness with Vera faded, partly due to his responsibility to the heavenly realm after his father's passing, and partly because... What is my future husband doing? Stay away from him, or it's best for a demon like you to stay in the underworld. Lucifer wasn't entirely wrong. A demon like Vera couldn't possibly aspire to be with Daniel. Though her heart was shattered, Vera managed to restrain her outbursts of darkness despite the pain.
Why stay here when the one I love no longer loves me?
Vera decided to return to the underworld to live alone. A demon like her didn't belong in heaven anymore, and she had no reason to stay here. Little did Vera know that some of her kind had not been completely eradicated. There were still a few surviving demons hiding, evading the pursuit of the angels.
Is that the demon princess? I can't believe it! I thought...
It's the royal blood! We're finally saved after all these years.
Vera had never been happier. Surrounding her were eyes filled with admiration, rather than disdain or pity, as in heaven. Soon, Vera was influenced by the mischievous demons. They whispered that the angels treated her poorly and were not as virtuous as they seemed. Vera had to embrace the pride of a demon. Jealousy and spiteful words made it impossible for Vera to suppress her darkness any longer. She decided to lead the demons in an attack on heaven. However, the moment Vera and the demons set foot in heaven, a battalion of angelic warriors led by Lucifer appeared, as if they were already aware of the impending attack. I knew it. A demon will always be a demon. I was right to warn Daniel about you. It turned out that Vera, along with the demons, were thrown into the dungeon, waiting for the day of judgment.
Vera!
Prince Daniel?
I'm disappointed in you. I always thought you could suppress the demonic blood within you. I never expected. Tomorrow is the wedding, and so much has happened. I pleaded for your life, but the demons...
Vera now regrets her actions, but it is too late.
I plan to leave. Why did I come back? It's all my fault. I betrayed your trust.
Vera's dark nature has diminished significantly due to her remorse and love for Daniel. She decides to flee far away to avoid causing further trouble for the prince. It's not difficult for Vera to escape. She knows the pathways of the heavenly realm since she was young. However, Vera still wants to see her beloved one last time. For that reason, she decides to disguise herself and infiltrate the prince's wedding.
Princess Lucifer, enter the wedding procession!
Wow, what a beautiful bride!
They make such a perfect couple.
Only she is worthy of the prince.
Time has come for Vera to leave. She can't bear to see her loved one hand in hand with someone else. Just catching a glimpse of Daniel erases any regrets she may have.
Is there anyone who objects to this marriage?
I object!
Why are these intruders causing chaos now? It turns out that the attackers at the wedding are the demons themselves.
Lucifer, how dare you deceive us?
Lucifer had always wanted to claim Daniel only for herself. In fact, Daniel held feelings for Vera, which prompted Lucifer to hatch a wicked plan. Knowing about the surviving demons, Lucifer cunningly plotted to manipulate Vera into attacking heaven, causing Daniel to despise Vera.
Lucifer, you promised to convince the angels not to pursue us, and now you abandon us to be judged. You monster, you demon!
So it's true, Lucifer. I married you because you promised to remove the darkness from Vera, to help her no longer be a demon. So, you deceived me?
It was all part of Lucifer's plan from the beginning. She wanted to possess Daniel's love and further
to use him to rule over all angelic tribes. Enraged by being exposed, Lucifer's inherent wickedness blended with her emotions, transforming her into a full-fledged demon.
Stop, Lucifer. You are an angel. There's still time to turn back.
I don't need to be an angel. In that moment of heartless harm towards her beloved, the darkness of the demonic nature took hold of Lucifer completely.
Oh heavens, it can't be.
Lucifer's extreme cruelty allowed the evil within her to consume her, transforming her into a demon. A fallen angel of tremendous strength, Lucifer possessed both the power of an angel and a demon, making her unbeatable. I will deal with all of you. I have nothing left to lose. No more angels or demons. No, you won't! Oh, wow. Look who it is. Vera couldn't stay idle any longer. She decided to reveal her true identity. As the princess of the demon realm, Vera was inherently strong, even capable of matching Lucifer's power. A fierce battle ensued, with magical spells flying in all directions, endangering the angels and demons nearby. Vera couldn't ignore the situation. Regardless of everything, Daniel and the Archangel always taught her to become a good person. However, just as Vera was distracted, Lucifer managed to strike her, significantly weakening her. Vera's magic spells grew weaker, and Lucifer easily evaded them. In the end, Vera was finally defeated by Lucifer's cunning and dirty tricks. Do whatever you want, you demon! It's not that simple, little demon! Lucifer was not satisfied yet. She wanted Vera to witness her harming Prince Daniel, to make Vera suffer and torment her. Vera couldn't bear to see her beloved being harmed. Knowing that Lucifer would defend against her attacks, Vera knew she had to get close. Vera embraced the fallen angel, pouring all her remaining strength into casting the most powerful spell. And she defeated Lucifer. But Vera herself was too close to the magical explosion.
Vera, why would you do that? My goodness!
Prince, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't been selfish, things wouldn't have turned out like this.
No, it's my fault. If I hadn't been indifferent, if I hadn't doubted, please, Vera, don't leave me.
Though Prince Daniel expressed remorse, it was too late. But perhaps Daniel had forgotten the story his father once told him.
If darkness possesses one's heart, anyone can become a demon. If enough goodness is present, anyone can become an angel.
Vera, now, you are an angel, free from persecution. Stay in heaven with me.
No, I cannot. You mean well, but I will forever be a demon. That's who I am. But I cannot stay with you if you keep wanting me to abandon my true self. And I must lead my kind. I cannot let them fall into despair again. Prince Daniel couldn't deny Vera's wish. He also convinced the angelic tribes to reconcile with the demons. After all, it was Vera, the princess of the demon realm, who sacrificed herself to save both races. Under the leadership of Queen Vera, demons no longer committed acts of wickedness. More intriguingly, from time to time, one could witness the Queen of the Demons and the Archangel meeting each other as true kindred spirits.
In the prosperous land of Enmadulet, there lived a gentle queen named Helen, known for her compassionate heart. That's why she was much loved and respected. However, hidden behind her cheerful appearance, Queen Helen was childless, which brought her sorrow all the time. King Adonis, her husband, loved her deeply, but he could do nothing more for her but pray to the gods. Unexpectedly, sometime later, Queen Helen became pregnant, which brought immense joy to the entire palace. After 9 months and 10 days, Queen Helen struggled to give birth to a little princess whom she named Midori. To everyone's surprise, the baby was born with pale green skin, causing chaos in the palace. The queen looked at her daughter in astonishment, unable to speak, but her own health was exhausted, and she sighed and passed away, leaving the entire kingdom in mourning and sorrow. From that moment on, King Adonis was hurtful and had less favorable feelings towards Princess Midori. 18 years later, Midori had grown into a beautiful, talented, and kind princess, much like her late mother. However, all the palace servants kept their distance from her because they thought she had been the reason why their benevolent queen was no longer in the world. Especially since she was a kid, Midori had possessed a magical power whose origin she hadn't known, nor why her father, the king of the land, forbade her from using it. With this power, she desired to help people and animals around her, but each time she did so, it always led to trouble. Once, while practicing archery, a sudden gust of wind caused her arrow to veer off course, heading towards a bird. She quickly used her magic to alter the arrow's trajectory, saving the bird from being harmed. As she embraced the bird, her father, the king, appeared. His face turned red with anger.
I strictly forbid you from using magic. Why are you so disobedient?
But father, if I didn't use magic, this bird would have died.
You don't understand anything. Your magic is the cause of all our misfortunes.
He ordered her to be locked in her room and forbade her from leaving. Midori felt sad and angry with her father.
Father is so unreasonable. If magic can help all living creatures, why would he prohibit me?
Staying locked in her room for too long, Midori couldn't bear the confinement. So when the king didn't pay attention, she decided to escape from the palace. While wandering, she witnessed a pack of ferocious wolves attacking a young sheep in a village. Without hesitation, she used her magic combined with her green skin to intimidate the wolf and protect the sheep. The wolves fled, and the lambs were safe. Midori felt satisfied with her action, but to her surprise, the villagers misunderstood her as a monster who was trying to eat their sheep.
Look, everyone, the monster is harming our sheep.
They approached her with sticks to drive her away. Midori couldn't explain and only knew to run away quickly. She returned to the palace, butchered and bruised. The servants looked at her with fear and avoided her like the plague. Except for Maurice, her loyal attendant, who always stayed by her side, caring for and comforting her. The king, upon knowing Midori's use of magic and the ensuing events, punished her once again. She constantly clashed with the king due to his unreasonable rules. Midori always felt very sad and lonely.
Why does my father always prevent me from using magic? Doesn't he care about these innocent creatures?
Maurice could only comfort the princess, helping her ease the inner sorrow.
Princess, I believe the king must be hiding something. Or else, why would he forbid you from doing such good things?
Hearing Maris, Midori couldn't help but doubt her father, the one she loved the most. One day, when the king was away, Maris and Princess Midori discovered a secret room in the palace. Getting inside, they found glass containers holding tormented souls, screaming in hopeless despair.
It's a pity for those kind souls. Does the king keep them here to use as ingredients for dark magic?
According to Maris, when these tormented souls gathered during a lunar eclipse, the person who possessed them would gain boundless power. It seemed the king had been preventing Midori from using her magic to protect his own dark plans. In that room, Midori suddenly discovered a secret treasure chest.
That is the magical bead necklace containing the most powerful magic left behind by the benevolent Queen Helen for the princess. And only you are the true owner who can touch it. Princess, please release those unfortunate souls. It is perhaps the queen's wish for you to do so.
Witnessing the poor souls trapped in the glass containers, Midori couldn't help but feel sympathy. Driven by her compassionate heart, Princess Midori takes the bead necklace, and its power radiated from her. Miraculously, her magic spread throughout the room, lifting the glass containers that held those souls, floating them in the air. Surprisingly, the glass containers converged into one point and shattered completely. The liberated souls transformed into a radiant light and ascended into the sky. Princess Midori was overjoyed to have helped these souls, but suddenly Maris smirked and smiled cunningly.
My naive and fool princess, you've helped me fulfill my wish.
It turned out that those souls were not kind-hearted beings, but magical demons created by Maris and subjugated by the king. Years ago, Maris led these dark spirits to attack Queen Helen with the goal of obtaining the magic bead necklace, believing it would make her the most powerful being in the world. The timely intervention of the king ruined her plan. But she cunningly sealed the dark force within Queen Helen. Then, she swiftly escaped. Little did anyone suspect that she had been hiding all this time, disguised as a servant, to approach the princess. She exploited the rift between the king and his daughter to accomplish her sinister objectives.
You cunning woman, deceiving me for your own ambition?
Maris was really joyful with her successful ambition. She clapped her hands, summoning the dark spirits, who transformed into terrifying malevolent entities. The malevolent spirits gathered around Maurice, empowering her further. Maurice used her magic to wound Midori and took the valuable bead necklace from her. She was about to eliminate the princess when suddenly the king rushed to shield his daughter. The king was furious that his daughter had fallen into Maurice's trap, but he still loved and cared for his only child.
Maurice, it was her who used magic to curse Queen Helen while she was pregnant with you, causing your strange green skin, and I didn't want you to face the same fate as your mother. I can't believe all this time you've been right in front of me.
You've only realized it now, but it's already too late. I now possess the most powerful, malevolent souls within me, along with this magical bead necklace. What can you possibly do to me? Do you even know what that magical bead necklace you're holding really is?
In an instant, the bead necklace in Maris's hand transformed into water and dissipated. Princess Midori raised the genuine necklace and said,
When you revealed your true self, I had already swapped the precious necklace. Did you think I would let you get a hold of this valuable bead necklace?
Maurice angrily attacked the princess, but the king shielded his daughter in the nick of time. The king was injured and fell down amidst the chaos. protected by his daughter's actions. He had never said it before, but he always loved his daughter unconditionally.
I'm always proud of you, my dear.
Princess Midori, looking at her wounded father, felt regret for her past disagreements with him. She realized that she needed to be strong. Holding the bead necklace in her hand, Midori summoned the Radiant Souls, merging them into herself, and her power surged exponentially. Maurice was showing no fear of the princess, continued to mock and despise her as a weak girl. Before Maurice could finish her words, the light of righteousness from Princess Midori enveloped her, preventing any counterattack. Maurice was sealed within a glass container, without being able to escape forever. After dealing with her enemy, Princess Midori approached her wounded father. His sacrifice made Midori realize the need to be stronger. Princess Midori decided to leave the palace and continue her mother's path, traveling to help people all over the kingdom. Her reputation spread far and wide, and from then on, people no longer despised or feared her for her green skin.
Once upon a time, in a vast and magnificent forest, there stood a grand and majestic castle. It was the dwelling place of the unicorn tribe. The Unicorn King had a remarkably beautiful princess named Maya. She was cherished and doted on by her royal father. Maya was innocent and pure, to the extent that even the birds dared not sing loudly for fear of startling her. However, nobody is perfect. And Maya could be stubborn and clumsy at times, which often led to comical situations. As time passed by, Maya turned 18 and blossomed into a more beautiful and radiant young lady than ever before. Her unicorn horn shimmered in 7 dazzling colors. Nevertheless, her horn became sharper and more powerful, making people somewhat wary of being near her. During a training session, Maya accidentally injured one of her attendants with her horn. This filled Maya with deep remorse and self-doubt. Oh no! Therefore, the Unicorn King wished to find a perfect husband for Maya, someone who could take care of her and govern the kingdom in the future.
Quickly initiate the contest to find a suitor.
Excited by the news, many princes from neighboring kingdoms visited to apply for the competition. They all hoped for a chance to catch Maya's eye. Wolf Prince Mello was the first to have an audience with Maya.
Your Majesty, beautiful Princess Maya, today I have brought you a multitude of splendid outfits made from the fur of rare creatures.
I have something for you to see as well.
Maya led Mello to her dressing room. He was astounded by the extensive collection of dresses and garments she possessed. Fish Prince Eric entered with an air of arrogance. He presented Maya with precious pearls and treasures from the deep ocean.
These are the most valuable possessions of the deep ocean. If you choose me, all these treasures will belong to you.
Maya glanced at them indifferently. I already have these things. Eric felt embarrassed and quickly departed. It seemed that Maya was not attracted to material wealth. Even with all the extravagance, she longed for simple love.
Father, I will seek my own destiny. I want to decide my own happiness.
Lock the princess in her chamber. She shall not set foot outside the castle.
Release me! Set me free!
As night fell, Maya sat sorrowfully in a corner of her room, gazing outwards. Tears streamed down her face as she felt the suffocating control imposed by her father.
The king is so controlling. I must escape from this place.
Helpless, she slumped down but suddenly startled at a hoarse voice.
Princess Maya.
It turned out to be Amel, the elderly attendant. Amel was the closest person to Maya after her royal father. Having cared for Maya since childhood, she held a deep affection for her.
Oh, Amel. Princess, leave here quickly. Go seek the happiness you've longed for.
Thank you, Amel. Maya felt liberated and joyfully ran out of the castle. Under the veil of a mystical night, Maya ran swiftly, not knowing where she was headed. But she believed that escaping the castle would lead her to happiness. Unexpectedly, Maya stumbled and fell into a deep pit. She struggled to find a way out.
Is anyone up there? Please help!
Maya cried and trembled in fear until she exhausted herself. As morning broke, Maya was awakened by loud calls.
Girl, are you all right? Girl?
Maya slowly regained her senses and looked up to find a handsome and gallant figure before her.
My destiny has arrived.
Don't be afraid, girl. I will help you.
Maya's heart skipped a beat, captivated by his handsomeness. Forgetting that she needed to escape, Ricky swiftly lowered a rope to offer Maya.
Hold on to the rope tightly and climb up quickly.
She exerted all her strength to climb up. Unfortunately, her horn got caught in the rope, causing it to snap.
Are you all right? Wait for me.
Ricky quickly grabbed another rope and jumped down the pit.
Hold on to me. I will safely lift you up.
Without hesitation, Ricky embraced Maya and forcefully pushed off the pit's wall, propelling them upwards.
You've let go of your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am Ricky, the hunter of this forest. Where is your home? I will take you there.
This man must be mine. I cannot let him slip away. I am Maya, the princess of the distant castle. My father forces me to marry someone I do not love, leaving me with no choice but to leave my home. Can I stay at your home for a day? As soon as I find a new place to live, I will leave immediately.
Yes, you can stay at my house. Once your wounds have healed, I will take you back.
My plan to find a husband is about to succeed.
Ricky led Maya to his home, a grand castle that was no less magnificent than where she lived.
Your home is splendid. It is vast and ancient.
As they ventured deep into the castle, Maya became increasingly overwhelmed. She paid special attention to a painting of a snake hanging in the center of the hall.
This painting was a birthday gift from my mother. Therefore, I cherish and value it greatly. This is your room. Feel free to make yourself at home.
This room is quite frightening. Never mind. It must be his preference.
That night, Maya couldn't sleep. Restless, she went out in search of food. Passing through the grand hall of the castle, Maya was startled to find the snake on the painting had disappeared, leaving her in utter disbelief. Maya panicked and ran to find Ricky, but to her surprise, Ricky had left the castle without her knowing.
Ricky! Ricky!
Maya quickly returned to her securely locked room, trembling in fear. The next morning, Ricky knocked on the door and brought breakfast for Maya. She hastily recounted the strange event from the previous night.
I've brought you breakfast.
Ricky, yesterday I witnessed something very strange. The snake on the painting disappeared.
You must have been tired and dreamt it. How could a snake have come out of the painting?
Don't you believe me? Come with me. Look!
You must have been exhausted these past few days, mistaking things.
Maya couldn't accept it and was determined to find evidence. That night, unable to sleep, Maya quietly sneaked into the grand hall and waited since early.
Perhaps I have been delusional.
But as she was about to return to her room, she heard a noise. Maya immediately hid behind a statue and observed a terrifying scene.
Ricky is the snake!
So, you've seen everything?
Maya screamed for help, but no magical intervention occurred. In her dazed state, she suddenly remembered her heavenly gift, the 7-colored unicorn horn. Surprisingly, the elderly servant Amel appeared.
Lady Amel, thank you for coming in time. Otherwise, I would never have the chance to see my father's face again.
Princess, don't be afraid. This is the safest place. Follow the escape path to escape the forest, and I will stay behind to stop him.
Don't even think about running away.
Lady Amel, save me!
Maya was shocked and couldn't believe her eyes when she realized that the elderly servant she had known for so long was actually a cunning snake, Ricky's mother. So it was Amel who intentionally opened the door for the princess to escape, then fall into a trap and be saved by Ricky. Everything had been set up. Maya regretted not listening to her father, falling for a handsome stranger, which led to this situation.
Why did you do this? It was your father who caused the death of the Snake King. I lost my husband, and my son lost his father. This debt your family must repay!
Maya understood that Amel's wickedness today stemmed from her own lineage.
Let me compensate for my father's actions and heal the wounds you all suffered.
It's too late now.
The only way to compensate is with a pair of horns from your family. The power and authority of the Unicorn Clan.
Ricky became weakened. He merged with Amel, transforming into a giant snake.
The debt must be repaid! Pour your anger onto me! Don't harm Maya!
The colossal snake grew even more furious. It turned back and attacked the weakened Unicorn King.
My daughter, run quickly!
No, I cannot abandon my father!
Maya used all her unicorn strength to save her father. Now, she had lost her powerful horn and became just an ordinary person. As for the Unicorn King, he was poisoned by the snake and could no longer walk.
Father, I apologize for not heeding your words and leaving the castle on my own. I now understand that you were ensuring my suitor was not an enemy of our family.
I only wanted to protect you from dark forces, but my intentions turned into control, robbing you of your freedom.
Since becoming a normal human, Maya became more skillful and no longer clumsy. The Unicorn King recognized her abilities and orchestrated Maya's love story with a poor but loving young man. After their marriage, the Unicorn King abdicated the throne in favor of Maya and her husband. They ruled the kingdom together and lived happily ever after.
A beautiful dress cannot conceal a selfish soul. And a powerful weapon cannot turn you into a warrior.
Huh?
Everyone must nurture and train themselves. The story of Celestia is no different.
Be careful, Celestia!
Celestia's father was a close servant to the king in the magic castle. Sir Anthony often brought her to the castle to play.
Your Majesty, I apologize.
To make amends, press the subscribe button for WOA Fairy Tale right now.
The king was also delighted to have Celestia as a friend to his daughter, Princess Celine. Celine knew Celestia was her age, so she was even friendlier and more open. She led Celestia to where everyone was practicing magic.
I wish I had one like that too.
However, the closer they became, the more self-conscious Celestia felt.
Wow!
Whenever the servants served Celestia, as per the princess's orders, they often showed disdain.
I'm so sorry!
Huh?
On the 18th birthday of Celestia and Celine, the king specially organized for both of them.
Happy birthday, princess! Woohoo!
Huh?
Come on, make a wish. And here is a gift for both of you.
There were 3 magic wands. The first one was the Wand of Light, simple in appearance, not flashy at all. The second one was the Wand of Fire, quite beautiful, and the last one was the Unicorn Wand, intricately engraved and very eye-catching.
Choose the wand you like, my children.
Princess, choose the unicorn wand!
But Celine chose the Wand of Light, the least outstanding of them all.
I feel I'm not capable enough to possess the other wands. Then, I'll take the unicorn wand.
Celestia had longed for a wand, and now it had become a reality, even better than expected. Celestia excitedly waved the wand, causing it to cast a spell that knocked down a section of the wall.
If you're not skilled, don't use that wand recklessly. Make the wand suitable for you. Don't chase its power, or it will control you.
Every day, Celestia went to the magic castle to study and train with Princess Celine. Seeing the princess using her wand way quite skilled, everyone praised her. Celestia only knew how to tightly hold her wand like a piece of wood. During Celestia and the princess's picnic, they inadvertently disturbed a forest demon. It rushed towards them, as if to devour them all. Celestia quickly tried to control her unicorn wand, but it wouldn't listen to her. Celine swung her wand of light directly into the demon's eyes. Celine quickly leapt up and used her wand to defeat the demon, making it disappear instantly. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief, and they all praised Celine's great skill. She understood and mastered the power of the wand, making it obey her. Meanwhile, Celestia could only look at her unicorn wand in frustration. Celestia took her wand home and threw it into a corner.
I shouldn't have accepted this gift. You deserve to be the owner of this wand.
She was the spirit of the unicorn wand. Celestia's eyes sparkled as if some invisible power had entered her mind.
No one will ever be able to mock me again.
First, Celestia decided to transform her poor appearance. She swapped Princess Celine's new dress with her old ugly one. When Celine received the dress, she saw that the old dress was ugly and completely different from the sketch that she had drawn.
What is this? It suits me perfectly. You look beautiful, my mistress.
The next day, Celestia went to the castle wearing Celine's clothes, looking lovely with makeup.
My dress! How dare you steal it? Don't accuse me. Do you have any evidence that I stole it?
Celine, frustrated, couldn't speak and walked away.
I can't believe Celestia would say such hurtful things.
The power of the unicorn wand turned Celestia into a different person.
Father, take the precious pearl in the king's room to make us richer, and no one will look down on us.
I can't do that. The king has been kind to us. I would rather be poor than betray him.
That night, Celestia broke into the king's room on her own. She tiptoed towards the precious gem. But the gem was too powerful, and Celestia couldn't touch it. In her confusion, Celestia considered taking a daring action. But then she heard footsteps and quickly ran away.
Catch the intruder!
No need, I'm fine.
Celine felt puzzled, but still had the intention of finding the intruder.
I almost harmed the king! You did well. You don't need to blame yourself.
The next day, Celestia went to the castle as if nothing had happened.
After the training, I have seen your efforts. Celine, you make me proud as the wielder of the Wand of Light. As for Celestia, you're also diligent. However, this wand is not easy to absorb energy from, so you still need more training.
Show him your ability, Celestia.
Celestia suddenly aimed her wand and cast a spell at Celine.
You had your chance, but you didn't learn. When you stole the gem from my room, I thought you were momentarily overwhelmed, so I let it slide.
I can't believe you're the one who did it!
Exposed, Celestia had to take a risky move. Both wands faced off against each other. Her growing hatred made Celestia succumb to darkness. Celestia pushed her unicorn wand to the limit, causing Celine's wand to break in half. Celestia lost control of herself. She could no longer distinguish right from wrong.
Snap out of it, Celestia! Don't lose yourself, my child. Poverty is not a sin. It's only the lack of determination that deserves condemnation.
She struggled to break free from the unicorn's influence. The spirit had possessed Celestia's body.
Celestia!
Celestia, you were originally a kind-hearted person. Don't let evil tarnish your soul.
Celestia recalled the moments of poverty but happiness.
Get out of my body!
The Unicorn Queen was expelled from Celestia's body.
Without me, the wand is useless. I will create power for this wand on my own.
Celestia rushed forward to use her wand to defeat the Unicorn Queen. She had discovered the true power of the wand. Strength, integrity, kindness. Celestia restored Celine's wand of light.
I'm sorry, Father. I was wrong. Now I understand that what truly matters is what suits us and brings real value. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I was too selfish and shallow.
That's a lesson for you. Not everything beautiful on the outside is good, and not everything ugly is useless. It all depends on how we use it.
With all misunderstandings resolved, they all lived happily ever after in the magic castle.
It was a night of blinding snowstorm, where the wind screamed as if each snowflake was a cruel cut into the unforgiving sky.
Oh, God. Please let the baby be born safely.
Since ancient times, every child in the Fox clan would be born with a magical number. This number was tied to their tails, determining their strength and partly the personality they would carry throughout their lives.
Why is it just one tail? My child, why are you so different? What will your future be like?
The baby who had just been born was Ahri. At the age of 10, Ahri saw someone who looked just like her for the first time, apart from her mother. That person was Aren, the current leader of the Fox Kingdom. However, Ahri's mother seemed uninterested in this fateful encounter.
It's futile. As long as you and your daughter submit, we will ensure its safety.
I will never submit to a wicked creature like you. The Ice Fox clan will not fall because of me. Because of me.
So, what are you planning to do?
In the end, to protect the little Ahri, her mother had to sacrifice her beautiful tails. As for herself, she created a snowstorm to sweep away the wicked demons. That was the first time Ahri experienced true pain. She became an orphan with a deformed tail. Ahri decided to go down the mountain to seek help in order to avenge her mother. The bustling capital city looked so strange in the eyes of the young girl. In the Fox Numerology Kingdom, there were 9 clans living together. Each number was associated with a different personality and destiny. The 3-tailed fire foxes were known for their liveliness and dynamism. The reliable 4-tailed grass fox and the emotional 8-tailed water fox were quite harmonious together. In contrast, the 6-tailed earth fox and the 5-tailed wind fox were in fierce competition to prove their strength. The rebellious 7-tailed thunder foxes, on the other hand, liked to isolate themselves. Everything only ended when the 10-tailed light fox intervened to mediate. The 2-tailed ice foxes, sensitive and fragile, had been wiped out by a catastrophe, leaving only Ahri as the last successor.
What is this? An ice fox with just one tail? How peculiar.
No one paid her much attention because in their eyes, Aaron, the 9-tailed dark fox leader, was a very responsible person. Driven to a dead end, Ahri hid in a mouse hole to nurture the hope of revenge someday. Years passed, and the once frail Ahri had been hardened by the harsh realities of life. She even became the queen of wanderers and misfits. Finally, the opportunity came when Aaron announced a selection competition for a special team. Growing up in the slums, fighting for survival day in and day out, Ahri was initially very confident that she had no rivals. Until she met Amber, the firefox.
I won't go easy on you, you know. Please!
Ahri soon realized that, due to nurturing and proper education, Amber's skills were superior to hers. Although they tied in the end, Ahri had exhausted herself. What angered Ahri the most was that Amber always had friends who loved and supported her, something the solitary Ahri could never have.
Come on! Being in the final round is all right. Forget about her.
That's right. You're about to meet Lord Aaron as you've always wished.
The conflict reached its peak when Amber realized that Ahri had no respect for the leader she admired. However, ironically, they were grouped together to carry out the mission. Despite being enemies, Amber took action to help Ahri, setting aside their differences.
Aren't you supposed to hate me? Yes, but we're a team, and I'm sure you have your reasons. We just haven't understood each other yet. I don't know what happened between you and Lord Aaron. As for me, he saved my family that year, so he's incredibly kind to me. That's because you don't know the truth about him. That's right. Right or wrong, let's meet him together to find out. You could be wrong and I could be wrong too.
The location of the main competition was the ancient Ice Mountain.
It's strange. Where are the other groups?
It means we're the first ones here. Let us scout ahead.
What they couldn't believe was that the once mighty Fox clan leader, Aaron, had changed.
No! Don't act recklessly. What's happening? That evil fox is trying to steal the tails of other foxes to gain immortal power. This competition is just an excuse. It's because of me. All because I didn't trust you. Your trust wouldn't have helped at this point, Amber. We need to defeat him and expose his crimes to bring justice to our friends.
When they regained their composure, Amber and Ari realized that Aron's power as a nine-tailed fox was connected to darkness.
That means he's weakest when the first light of day appears. Exactly! This is our only chance!
The bond between the two fox girls grew stronger from that moment. Ari, who was familiar with the snowy mountains, took the position to distract Aaron from the magical battlefield.
Our little one has grown so much, hasn't she? I knew you would come back. You're just like your mother.
You have no right to mention her!
Is that all you have? You're still so weak.
Ahri had no intention of fighting directly. She fled to prolong the time and lure Aaron away from the battlefield. When Ari's body could no longer withstand the strain, the first light of day appeared. The moment they had been waiting for had arrived. Without hesitation, Amber rushed at terrifying speed towards Aaron's weakening magical field. But they had underestimated the wicked fox. The fragile light was not enough to put him in a helpless situation. Realizing the imminent danger, Ari desperately broke the encirclement for her friend. However, it was too late. Amber, along with her friends, became prey to the magical field.
Ari, you can do it! Please carry on for us!
No! No! Ahri was overwhelmed by the extreme pain that few could endure. She witnessed her loved ones leaving right before her eyes.
Using the tails of other fox clans will only turn you into a demon like me. Adding one more tail, you won't beat me no matter what.
No! I will never become a monster like you!
Not one, not two tails. But when Amber's fiery red tail touched Ahri's body, she transformed into an 11-tailed fox, the number of the gods. Aaron's resistance caused two strong magical currents to collide, forming a strange connection. The spirits of Ahri's mother and Amber appeared one after another, cheering Ahri on from the sidelines.
Mother, Amber, hold on to it tightly. Ari, you're amazing! That's right. You're not like him, you're an amazing fox. Quickly defeat Aaron. But if I destroy him, everyone will also disappear. Don't worry, I'm always by your side on every path.
With that answer, Ahri's strength surged exponentially. The wicked fox, Aaron, was no longer a match for him.
You all! I will take revenge!
The magical connection disappeared, but the spirits of Ahri's mother and Amber appeared, cheering her on.
Don't cry, be confident, and I will give you a gift.
When the snow melted, the gift that her mother mentioned indeed appeared.
We haven't been completely absorbed by Aaron, so we've come back, but it's a pity about your mother. I know, in fact, what remains is just an illusion. My mother merged into the beautiful snowflakes long ago. The battle ended, and the villain was punished. The Fox clan celebrated and unanimously honored Ari and Amber as protectors of the kingdom. From then on, they, along with their sacred friendship, devoted their all to protecting the peaceful life of their people. Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support. Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, share with WOA Fairy Tales your emotions after watching today's story.
How were the children brought into the world? In the land of magical fairies, there existed an annual festival. Families who wished for children would come to the sacred tree on this day, and there they would collect eggs to care for at home. This year, even the king and queen took part as one of the participating couples. Hundreds of colourful eggs overflowed, stirring their hearts with excitement. The queen's gaze, however, was fixated on a single plain egg, seemingly forgotten in a distant corner. The solitude of this egg touched the hearts of the queen and the king. They decided to choose it.
Have you decided to choose this little one?
Let's go home together.
Without any alteration, just 3 months later, they would have a beautiful white butterfly princess or prince. What would this butterfly's appearance be like? Subscribe now to WOA Fairy Tales to find out. However, what the royal family didn't anticipate was that from that egg, a spider fairy emerged instead of a butterfly.
Father? Mother?
After overcoming their initial shock, the king and queen still chose to love her spider daughter.
Oh, little Nomi, no matter what you are, we will always love you.
But Nomi's grandmother held a different view, being demanding and valuing royalty above all else. She did not show any affection towards her. Living amidst a beautiful swarm of butterflies, despite her parents' constant efforts to comfort her, Nomi, an outsider, still experienced moments of loneliness. As time passed, the love of the king and queen had to be shared with another child on the next child-receiving day. This time, the king and queen had a true beautiful fairy, Adela, Nomi's younger sister. Unlike the gentle and timid Nomi, Adela was mischievous and full of energy. Adela even joined in the teasing of her older sister, echoing the rumors she heard.
Adela, you shouldn't behave like that. Children teasing each other. What harm does it bring? Don't make our beautiful Adela afraid.
As the years passed, the two children grew. Their contrasting personalities became more apparent.
Truly my granddaughter. If only your older sister had half of your liveliness, it would ease my heart.
If I mimic Adela, will my parents and grandmother love me as they love her?
Yet, this possibility seemed far-fetched, as Adela would immediately shy away in embarrassment whenever Nomi attempted to befriend her. This led to an unintentional incident, where Nomi's attempt to mimic Adela became a subject of laughter among their peers. Despite this, Nomi still loved and admired Adela. Once, Nomi forgot herself and instinctively to catch Adela before she fell during a performance.
It's Spider Silk! Princess Nomi shot out Spider Silk!
Since then, Nomi became an outcast among the fairies, avoided by all. Naturally introverted, Nomi withdrew even further. Yet, this gave her the freedom to be herself without pretense. During her lonely days, Nomi discovered her love for sewing. From then on, Nomi's designs grew in fame, spanning from dresses to silk and accessories. Even Adela couldn't deny her sister's talent.
Unbelievable! This spider fairy creates such beautiful dresses.
Exactly! If she weren't a spider, she could have played with us!
Their admiration was directed at Nomi's creations, not her as a person. But one day, the fairy butterfly clan welcomed a special guest.
I mean no harm. I am Nomi's mother.
Lies! How could you have lost her? Nomi's our daughter, the butterfly princess.
I didn't mean for this to happen. It's my fault. I accidentally lost her that year. For all these years, I've been tormented, losing sleep and appetite, hoping to find her again.
Regardless, the truth is that Nomi has become a butterfly princess. With the tensions between our clans, it's better for you to leave.
But was she ever happy here? Or was she just an outsider to you?
Dear parents, she's right. I'm not a butterfly fairy. I better leave.
And so, with Nomi's decision, after the Grand Spring Festival, she would return to the land of the spiders with her birth mother. During her final days among the butterfly clan, Nomi felt the love and care from everyone. Even her grandmother, who had always disliked her as an outsider, seemed somewhat less cold towards her. Until a horrifying event shook their world. Overnight, all the spring blossoms that the butterfly clan had nurtured were destroyed.
The spider did this.
No, it wasn't me. Father, Mother, please believe me. That's right. There must be a misunderstanding.
However, Nomi couldn't defend herself when a fairy stood up and accused her of sneaky actions the previous night.
Please, let me help everyone fix the consequences.
Don't make matters more complicated.
Alone that night, Nomi burst into tears. Nomi, however, couldn't explain that she had secretly met her mother that night. Her mother was the Spider Queen. If she revealed herself without permission, a war between the clans would break out. Then, a letter from her mother arrived, outlining a plan to clear Nomi's name by shifting the blame onto Adela, the proud fairy who had bullied her. The day of the final festival arrived. Adela insisted on wearing the dress Nomi had prepared for her performance. Spider Queen chuckled as her plan was near completion.
Well done, my dear. Just wait until she starts singing. My rain-making army will activate. The dress woven from unique silk will get wet, releasing toxic fumes that will destroy everything, right? Well, what?
The raindrops simply caused Adela's dress to emanate a radiant rainbow glow, attracting bees that helped the flowers bloom.
Spring has come! It's all thanks to Nomi's hard work.
Nomi had never followed her mother's plan. That night, Adela had come to her room and confessed her trust in her sister. Adela had always been grateful to Nomi for saving her, but hadn't expressed it due to her own insecurities. They devised a plan together to thwart the Spider Queen while ensuring the festival's success.
How dare you! I'm your real mother! At the times when I needed you most, where were you? I figured it all out. You're just using me. But the butterfly family always cared for me, even though it wasn't always easy.
Would you like to visit Nomi? Take this with you. It's Nomi's favorite food.
Indeed, Nomi remained a cherished member of the butterfly clan.
What's wrong being a spider? She's kind and much better than all of you. Give that back.
Perhaps I should have thrown you into the butterfly clan, you useless.
Realizing she could no longer depend on Nomi, the Spider Queen gave signal and revealed her true intent army. Nomi also firmly assisted her parents in defending against the spider swarm. In the face of danger, the butterfly parents stood by Nomi's side. Even in the sneak attack of the Spider Queen, Adela was knocked down while trying to save her sister.
Sister, I'm sorry. I'm glad to be your sister.
The villain was punished, and though Princess Adela couldn't witness it, her body didn't dissolve but transformed into a beautiful rainbow egg. Naomi, with the help of a rainbow dress she wove, had shielded Adela's soul from the spider's venom, enabling her resurrection.
Let's go home together.
In the days leading up to Adela's return, Naomi was welcomed and embraced as a savior by the butterfly clan. Using her powers, she not only crafted countless beautiful dresses, but also enhanced the productivity of the butterfly community. And so, a happily ever after ending was woven into their lives. Elphaba, the Western Witch, was always known as a wicked sorceress. She was defeated by Dorothy in her adventurous journey. But Elphaba wasn't as evil as you might think. In truth, she was just misunderstood. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. Since her birth, Elphaba had an unfortunate childhood. Her mother, wanting a healthy baby, was deceived by a shady salesman into buying a green elixir, promising exceptional strength for the child. However, the elixir caused her mother's demise during childbirth, leaving Elphaba with uniquely emerald skin. Elphaba was shunned by all of Oz and her distinctive green skin. More than worse, she suffered from an allergy to water. Merely touching it would cause her to melt. Time passed and Elphaba lived in solitude without any friends. Only comfort was her ability to use magic, likely due to that green elixir. Elphaba studied day and night to gain admission to Shiz University, the prestigious school for witches in Oz. And that moment finally arrived. The young witch was determined to become the top student. After graduation, she hoped to become the assistant to the Great Wizard Oz, a position every witch coveted. Then she could ask him to lift her green curse and finally gain acceptance from everyone.
Oh, look at the path!
This was Glinda, a beautiful and famous witch from the north. With her noble background and reputation for being charming and kind, Glinda seemed to be the opposite of Elphaba. Maybe that's why they didn't initially get along. Elphaba believed Glinda was insincere, while Glinda thought Elphaba was a misfit. To their dismay, they were roommates.
You have no right to cross this line. Who cares?
In the days that followed, Glinda easily became popular among the students, while Elphaba spent most of her time alone. She focused on her goals and showcased her extraordinary talents.
Dear teacher, from now on, let's just follow this yellow path to reach the Emerald City.
Well done, Elphaba. Keep excelling, and after you graduate, you'll be Oz's assistant.
Hey, Elphaba, have you picked an outfit for the evening party? Not yet. Here, this hat is quite stylish. You'll catch the eye of many handsome boys.
As predicted, at the party, everyone laughed at Elphaba, and no one wanted to dance with her.
Haha, fool! You actually wore that ugly hat. Ah! Hey, watch out!
Surprisingly, Glinda realized how kind-hearted Elphaba was. Maybe her pranks had gone too far. Glinda apologized and invited her to dance. From then on, a deep friendship developed.
You know, I had to work hard to overcome my family's shadow. I've always had to be perfect in my parents' eyes, or else I'd be deemed inadequate. And I truly admire you, Elphaba. You've been striving without anyone's support. I've been striving so much mainly to gain acceptance from others.
Over the years at Shiz, their friendship grew stronger. They studied together, excelled together and supported each other. But on graduation day, the coveted position of being the wizard's assistant went to Elphaba.
Congratulations! You truly deserve it.
Glinda couldn't help but feel disappointed in herself.
You worked hard too. How about we visit the Emerald City together?
After a joyful day in the Emerald City, Elphaba and Glinda excitedly set out to meet the Oz Wizard. Elphaba's efforts were leading up to this moment.
I wonder what the wizard is like.
But the wizard wasn't what Elphaba and Glinda had imagined.
Why bring the other? Leave! So, you're the best student from Shiz. Fine, I'll give you a test. Give this monkey wings. Well done, young lady. Now, do the same with these monkeys. They'll make excellent minions for me.
Elphaba began to suspect something was wrong.
You're not a real wizard. You're just a fraud.
These inventions made people believe Oz possessed magic and worshipped him. He also took in top students from Shiz as assistants, promising to teach them advanced magic. In reality, he was using their magic for sinister deeds, and turning them into mindless monkeys to hide the evidence.
I won't let you get away with this!
Guards, go get her!
Things kept happening for a week, but Elphaba was nowhere to be found. To protect his secret, the wizard blamed Elphaba for the chaos, accusing her of trying to take over the world. Rumors of the wicked Western Witch spread.
Elphaba, traitor! Unacceptable!
Glinda confronted Oz, pledging to join his side to uncover the truth.
Yes, the Good Witch of the North!
During this time, Dorothy, a girl who had been swept into Oz by a tornado, arrived.
Follow the yellow path to see Oz and return home.
However, Oz would only help Dorothy if she defeated Elphaba. Glinda and Dorothy followed Oz's lead to find Elphaba.
Remember, Elphaba is allergic to water.
The little girl splashed water on her, causing Elphaba to melt. Later, the girl returned to Oz to report. But of course, Oz couldn't help Dorothy get back home because he was just a fake.
Don't worry, you can return home by tapping your heels together. Thank you so much.
In the end, the people of Oz celebrated Elphaba's departure, without realizing everything had been part of Elphaba and Glinda's plan.
You! Why are you still alive?
Fool, did you really think I would betray Elphaba so easily?
After escaping Oz, Elphaba's first stop was Glinda's. She received wholehearted trust from her friend. Glinda pretended to side with Oz to gather information. She came up with a plan to make Elphaba disappear. By creating an illusion of water, Elphaba performed a masterful melting act. In the midst of Oz's celebration, Elphaba secretly entered his study and uncovered evidence.
For so long, he has deceived everyone. This is his invention that turns people into monkeys.
Huh?
Isn't that the missing student from Shez University?
The crowd united in boycotting Oz and held him accountable for his actions. Elphaba received the sincerest apologies. Let's not rush to judge others based on false rumors. From that on, no one discriminated against Elphaba.
Once upon a time, the planet Pluto was no longer part of the solar system's group of 8 planets. But few knew that on this planet, a modern civilization had been established, surpassing the boundaries of knowledge and technology, even superior to human society. From the very beginning, water was the most precious and vital source of energy for the Plutonians. However, greed and abuse had caused the water on the planet to gradually dry up. Princess Celestia was entrusted with a noble mission to embark on a challenging journey to find water and restore life to Pluto. I will definitely bring back the water.
Celestia!
Will Celestia succeed in fulfilling her missions? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the stories unfolding. With a heart full of hope, she embarked on her spacecraft shaped like an egg, conquering space. Celestia witnessed breathtaking scenes. Celestia drifted in the endless space. Sometimes she felt lonely and desperate. However, she remained steadfast in her belief. No matter how difficult it gets, she determined not to give up. The journey must continue. But suddenly, a mighty asteroid struck her spacecraft, forcing her to land on Earth's shore. Fearful, she struggled to escape the blazing surroundings. In her final hope, Celestia pressed the distress signal button to reach out to Pluto. Could I be leaving in vain like this? By some miraculous means, a brave man rescued Celestia from the spacecraft just in time before it exploded into fragments. Celestia discovered that the atmosphere here was pristine, surpassing anything she had experienced on Pluto.
You? You're not human?
He pondered silently, captivated by Celestia's otherworldly appearance. Her azure skin shimmered like a sapphire, and her eyes sparkled like a miniature universe, leaving anyone who looked at them mesmerized.
I will make sure she stays here.
Gently, Logan took Celestia into the territory of the Aquaria Water Tribe. It was a beautiful village, lining the sparkling coastline. The curious villagers surrounded her, communicating in unfamiliar languages that she couldn't understand.
Who is she? She looks so weird.
Chief, we shouldn't accommodate her.
Don't worry, I will carefully watch over her. I need to know where she comes from and what her intentions are.
So annoyed! I don't understand what they're saying.
Hey, what are you doing?
By activating her telepathic power, Celestia could read his thoughts and understand and speak Earth's language. Haha! Now I understand. So you'll let me explore this land, won't you?
Yes, as a research subject.
Research nothing at all. Don't expect to learn about my origins.
Enough with that attitude. Come on, follow me.
Initially, Celestia felt uneasy and uncomfortable. She often argued with Logan because he forbade her from leaving the house. The only thing she could eat was fruit, while anything Logan brought her made her nauseous.
Tell me, where are you from? Why do you want to stay here?
The place I come from is far, far away. You wouldn't know even if I told you.
Come on, I'm helping.
Fine, I'll tell you if you let me explore this land.
Is it common for extraterrestrial beings to be so troublesome? Well, wait a few days.
After Celestia's health recovered, Logan took her on an exploration. The Aquaria people used the power of magical crystal water to control tidal waves. They fished, searched for pearls, and specialized in aquatic products. They rode on giant sea turtles, traversing the vast ocean and easily diving deep into the depths. Logan taught Celestia how to ride the sea turtles, and together they submerged into the vast ocean. Before their eyes, a magical world appeared. Both of them dived into a mysterious cave. Inside the cave stood a towering sacred tree, shimmering like precious gems.
This is the soul tree of the ocean. The tree helps transmit limitless magic to the ecosystem beneath the sea, and is the hope for the people of Aquaria. Every week I come here to pay homage and worship the sacred tree.
That's fascinating! Logan began to sing a deep and solemn ancient chant, honoring the sacred tree. The hymn had been passed down from generation to generation. Do you know, this place is so similar to my homeland. Both sides have a deep connection with water, considering it the source of life. However, my people exploited it ruthlessly, while the Aquaria people honor water immensely.
Tell me, Celestia, where did you come from?
Pluto, a planet on the brink of destruction. After living on Earth for a while, Celestia grew accustomed to this place. Her peculiar azure skin could withstand the highest temperatures, allowing her to assist the villagers in extracting diamonds from within volcanoes. Logan and Celestia grew closer day by day. Their bond grew stronger, and their feelings deepened. However, amidst the joyous life and their growing familiarity with each other, Celestia never forgot her noble mission. She would soar through the sky, finding rivers, streams, lakes, and magically siphoning every drop of water into her enchanted water squares. Celestia's water theft had severe consequences. Droughts occurred everywhere, and people from towns and tribes in the mountains and forests suffered from severe water shortages, leading to illness.
Why does water from an entire lake evaporate overnight?
Logan?
Celestia, are you okay? Do you want to drink more water?
Although fresh water was scarce now, Logan still shared his water with Celestia. He now looked pale and exhausted. The water shortage also weakened the soul tree, affecting the creatures beneath the ocean who relied on the sacred tree. Celestia felt guilty. She reminisced about the memories and her emotions. Celestia realized her mistake. Stealing water from others was not the way to restore Pluto. She couldn't destroy Earth like how Pluto was destroyed. Celestia decided to return the water to the rivers and streams on Earth.
So you're the one who stole the water. How could you be so heartless, Celestia?
Yes, initially taking the water was my intention. I wanted to bring water to restore Pluto, but I realized this was wrong. I'm sorry, I will return all the water.
How can I trust a thief like you? Enough! Leave Earth now!
Upon receiving the distress signal, the Pluto warriors arrived at lightning speed, fearing Celestia was in danger. Seeing the lush green lakeshore, their hearts filled with greed to seize all the water on Earth.
Celestia, are you alright? Is this scoundrel causing harm?
No, I'm fine.
Let's see. Oh, it's too little.
Listen, I want to abandon this mission. Earth has so many wonders, vibrant colors, and beauty. It doesn't deserve to be destroyed like Pluto.
Our princess has been brainwashed by these Earthlings. It's not good. You're a useless princess. From now on, I'll take on this mission. Let's restore Pluto together.
Celestia angrily fought back and brought Logan back to Aquaria. She revealed the truth to everyone and urged them to unite and drive the people from Pluto away. She sincerely apologized for her mistake and promised never to return here after the battle. Stop it, Bronx! Let's find another way to restore Pluto together!
Enough with your words, you traitor!
Yes.
Huh? No!
Huh? You've lost!
Celestia flew up to the sky in anger and sang loudly the ancient song that Logan had once sung with the sacred tree. She believed that her sincere and powerful singing would awaken the sacred tree. As she wished, the earth began to shake. The sacred tree emerged from beneath the sea.
This is the origin of the water's power on Earth?
Stay there!
Huh?
You fools! Do you think you can restore Pluto with this foolish trick? To everyone's surprise, the magic tree began to tell the story of Cumbus, the water deity on Pluto, and the younger brother of the magic tree. Cumbus provided the water core to Pluto, allowing the water to utilize its resources and sustain life. But the people of Pluto overexploited the water, causing the water core to crack. Now, my brother is furious with the Pluto inhabitants for their inhumane act of stealing water. Even if you bring water back from Earth, Pluto cannot be restored. What this planet needs is to let the water core rest for some time. Perhaps after 1,000 years, there may be a chance to save Pluto.
So, our efforts were in vain?
Pluto cannot be restored unless the people of Pluto leave.
I think the people of Pluto should come and live on Earth. Let's put an end to this meaningless war and live for peace.
On behalf of the people of Pluto, I apologize to you for our mistakes, and I'm truly grateful to you.
Logan, since I met you, my life has completely changed. You brought me trust and hope. I love you.
Welcome to your new home.
Celestia and Logan together brought peace to both planets. From that day on, everyone lived happily together on Earth.
In ancient Greece, monsters of a kind were isolated by the terrifying...
I just wanted to ask you all to subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel. If only I could be normal like a human, I wouldn't want to be scary.
Oh.
Among the famous monsters, the most beautiful was...
Welcome to the 16th birthday of Pink Medusa!
Medusa, the most beautiful monster with pink snake hair and a gaze that could freeze others. Incredibly beautiful, confident, and glamorous.
I wish I could be like her. I wouldn't be scary.
So beautiful! It's worth risking sneaking in here.
Medusa couldn't live without this fame. Today was also the day she said goodbye to everyone, as she was old enough to attend the school for gods and monsters.
Finally, I can become even more famous, and the gods will notice me.
But the divine and demigod students were not impressed by Medusa's beauty. Medusa was surrounded by bullet-like glances as she tried to approach them. Stop! Don't bully the new students! Fortunately, Perseus, the most famous demigod student, protected Medusa. Let me take you to the monster dormitory.
Oh, all right.
This is not our place. The gods hate monsters very much. You absolutely must not get involved with the divine or demigod students.
Always as confident as a star, Medusa couldn't bear this discrimination. She hatched a plan to regain her shining glory at the welcome party for new students. Medusa used her snakes to take control of Cupid's bow.
Don't look at that little goddess anymore. Let me introduce... I, Pink Medusa, the most beautiful monster in the monster world.
But the student audience was not as excited as Medusa had hoped. Never before had she been so disrespected. Medusa couldn't contain her emotions and accidentally activated her freezing eye.
You monster, you've frozen us. No, I didn't mean to, I swear.
Stop! Medusa can't control it. She didn't do it on purpose. The teachers will unfreeze the two students. No need to blame Medusa.
Without saying, everyone knew that Medusa had started to admire Perseus.
If he weren't a demigod, Perseus would have become a god on Olympus.
He's so perfect that monsters should stay away, especially you!
The disdainful glances from the gods and demigod students made Medusa realize that monsters like her couldn't be with Perseus.
I wish I weren't a monster. What is it?
Minotaur, Medusa's monster friend, couldn't understand why he suddenly caused chaos in the school. Perseus decisively lured the Minotaur out of the school, but he was caught in the monster dormitory. Fortunately, the pink monster appeared to rescue Perseus and the whole school. When Principal Athena heard about this heroic act, she arranged for Medusa to stay in the divine dormitory. Thinking about being with the gods, becoming famous again, Medusa eagerly accepted.
I agree!
Medusa's school life changed from then on. No one discriminated against Medusa anymore. She lived, learned, and played with the beautiful gods. Medusa became the center of attention, and even better, she became a couple with Perseus. The brilliance made Medusa more arrogant than ever before. She even imitated the divine students and turned her back on her monster friends.
If I still stay with those monsters, everyone will look down on me.
An incident occurred before the ceremony attended by the supreme Olympian gods.
Medusa? Huh? Where is Medusa? Cupid, who had once courted Perseus, was frozen. Naturally, all suspicions were directed at Medusa.
She's the culprit. Last night I saw Medusa in the flower garden.
I did go to the flower garden, but it was to meet Perseus. I didn't see Cupid.
That's right. I was with Medusa. No one believed, even though Perseus stood up to defend Medusa.
They always see me as a monster.
Perseus reluctantly made a decision. He would keep Medusa's frozen eye. After the festival, Cupid will be unfrozen. Until then, she'll have to stay here.
Huh? Don't. Let it go. Medusa probably understands who her true kind is now.
Only monsters truly accept me. Why do I hate my own kind? I'm not even a god.
Suddenly, there were strange screams from the festival.
My eye feels cold. Could it be? I can't see! Snakes, guide me to where Perseus is!
Medusa was horrified when the snakes described the scene. The supreme gods had been frozen, and the students were terrified to close their eyes. And Perseus was the culprit.
Perseus? Why? It can't be!
Why not? It turns out, Perseus strived to become a great god because he wanted to be a god on Olympus, but he couldn't because he was only a demigod, so he hatched a plan to eliminate the Olympian gods. Medusa's freezing ability was the power Perseus needed. I seduced you actively, helped you achieve greatness, and...
Maybe you should close your eyes. Emotions make me lose control of my freezing gaze.
I used you from the beginning. I almost got in trouble because your eye didn't listen to me. You arrived at the right time. If you're gone, your frozen eye will be entirely mine. Medusa still felt her frozen eye, but couldn't wake it up, so she had to run away.
Run in my direction, Medusa!
Minotaur, why is everyone?
It doesn't matter. We can't let Perseus catch you.
But Perseus had blocked their way and froze everyone except Medusa, who couldn't see the light of day. Now Medusa understood that she needed people who genuinely cared about her.
No! No!
All the emotions within Medusa exploded, and her frozen eye was awakened. Perseus knew that the frozen eye had gone out of control, but it was too late. Medusa was hailed for stopping Perseus. But the only thing she needed was true friends.
Ooh.
The gods and students changed from that day on. Eventually, a monster like Medusa saved the entire school. Medusa became more humble, but no less beautiful. She still attracted everyone and lived up to the name Pink Medusa.